Welcome, 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 friends. OG Murphy here with you. We're getting ready to run some D&D. Tonight is possibly going to be the last session of this campaign that we run. It really depends on how the rest of this combat encounter goes. I'll let my players cover the recap, but the long and the short of it is they've been questing after an item guarded by a dragon. They've found the dragon and are in the middle of combat with him. So this game's been going on for off and on for a couple of years now. There's two DMs in the group, so usually we switch off about every 6 months. We've been playing this game for a year or so, just because of the pacing and waiting to basically hit this beat so that we could call it the end of a chapter. We have 7 players. It is a combat. We're in the middle of combat right now. This whole session will probably be combat, as full disclosure. But it's D&D. You never know. Crits happen. Shit happens. I don't know. Uh, just a quick piece of housekeeping. This is not a necessarily made for stream game. These are just a bunch of guys having a good time playing some backyard D&D. It's a homebrew game setting. We have combined 5e and Pathfinder 1e into like this homebrew mishmash. Um, so, if it seems slightly unfamiliar mechanically, that may be why. Other than that, we are just here to have a good time, and we never intend any offense, and hope that none is taken. All right, and with that, let's get to it. Let's see what's going on. They're probably arguing over who's going to do the recap.
You.
All right. What's up? I'm live. Who's doing it? Who's recapping?
Oh shit, we didn't pick anybody.
Uh-oh.
Let's go.
Uh-oh.
No, Tyler hasn't done it.
Early now,
Yeah.
so I say he does it because normally he's not early, right?
I second that.
Tyler, go ahead.
We fought the dragon.
Perfect.
What's the dragon's name?
Oh, you're almost there.
I too just have dragon in my note from last week.
I have it written down. I have it written down. Hold on. Amazru, the Saltwing.
There you go.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. We're fighting him. He is a electrical dragon. We were in the middle of combat when we started last time. I think that was the time before. It's all blurring together.
It's okay. It's all the same combat, so you can recap that too. It doesn't have
I
to
think-
be just last session.
Didn't Will push down the pillar onto the dragon, who then turned and tried to murder me for saying something snarky, and then I think also Kythar said something snarky to him, which enraged him. I'm realizing how much I don't remember about all the minuscule things that happened. Okay.
Yeah, there was the part where you were able to semi-successfully dispel the effects of the ring, of the necklace, which is why the portal itself is now, blue instead of purple, which is what it originally was.
Right.
It was blue. Right. It was pulsing with blue originally. Whatever.
I've been describing the color as blue-violet just for the
Yeah,
game purposes. It's off. It's in the off color.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say because it's blue now. So anyway, and then with that, the dragon was on the pillar he currently was on. He moved up after attacking you and almost, fortunately not doing enough damage. And then that's when Will came around and what Reed put, set in motion previous turns, Will finished by knocking the pillar over onto the dragon, bringing him down to the ground. And that's when we've been trying to whale on him.
Whale.
Yeah.
And Sigbert does have a bomb that's going to go off in like 2 turns.
It's up against the side of the portal.
Oh, okay,
currently.
cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
So there's a bomb next to the portal that needs to go off.
And the guy, the skeletal mage up there, is also grappled by, the black tentacles of the area as well.
Oh yeah.
And then I'm trying to think what else. Does anybody remember anything else?
My shield is like glowing now, and I have this like energy that's kind of flowing through me from the dragon's breath.
Oh yeah, yeah. You're like empowered, kind of, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Cool.
Anything else, anyone?
Why are you guys here?
We're looking for the helmet.
Yeah.
The helm of Abi Baba.
Not
It
quite.
lets you use your own dragon's breath. Have that written down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone,
I didn't get the name.
Joe did research on it. I thought.
Somebody did.
Not on the helm. Not on the helm. Just on my shield.
You know, your DM tries to be a nice guy, give you a chance to drop some proper nouns, and nobody's got it in their notes. You know, that's.
I have helm.
Wait, our DM's nice?
Weapon, other piece, other piece.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll be able to find it once we,
Right.
Get it?
I just
through.
can't grant you inspiration
Wait.
prior to
Helm of the Four Winds.
There you go. Does Galfast have
Holy shit.
inspiration?
I did my homework.
Galfast, do you have inspiration currently?
Nope, but I do now.
You do now.
Thanks.
Yeah, no problem. Great. Then, without further ado, we can get started with combat, and you guys are going to be introducing yourselves in initiative order. So that initiative starts with a Tesk, and then Sigbert's on deck. But as you know, the last session, there is some stuff that is happening between combat rounds, which has not triggered yet, and so I'm going to do a little narrating. And I'm not going to take a whole last turn like I tried to do last session, and then we'll flip it over to a Tesk. So, you guys have been, locked in combat with a Mazru who has been, mocking and sneering, and you guys have been mocking and sneering right back to him. He's, used phrasing like, you dare defile this place with the magic of that shield. He called you out on you guys looking for, the rest of it, like, as soon as you walked in, despite the fact that you guys have never met this dragon before. And he, was perched atop this portal, wearing this chain with this huge gem on it, which was like tethered to the archway. And as the battle raged on, the archway began to pulsate, and enemies started coming out of it. As you guys mentioned, a Tesk was able to successfully, mute the effects of this for a time. And now that we are back at the top of the initiative order, you guys have managed to get this dragon down, in part by a pillar of grease behind him, in part by being slammed into by another pillar, which was knocked loose by Reed. And as you guys are here surrounding this dragon, one of two things happens, or one of three things, I guess.
Oh yeah.
That magical energy around him begins to swirl and vortex, and because he and Wilb are so close together, the natural elemental bolts of lightning that arc between the two of them are making this place a veritable lightning storm. As such, I need some fucking dice. Ugh. Okay, let's do this. As such, let's see here. Wilb is immune to it, but Reed, Kythar, and Sigbert's just out of range. Reed and Kythar are going to take 6 points of lightning damage just from standing here, just from being so close to this, all this lightning energy. But it is beginning to collect in much the same way that it did previously, which resulted in the birth of a lightning elemental.
Question.
Yeah.
Can you expand on, like you said, it's collecting?
So the dragon has, just on its own, even when Wilb is not around him, he has like electricity which like crackles and like,
Yeah.
when he spreads his wing, it like, arcs between the 2 points. Like he naturally exudes this electrical energy, and with Wilb next to him with his own electrical energy, like there's a lot of that here basically.
So can I determine that trying to grapple him, I will consistently take damage if I try to grapple him?
Even in
Based off
Kythar,
that.
even Kythar's very thick skull can determine that that is likely going to be the case. If he were to grab and try to hang on to this dragon, that he would.
So you're saying even a moron could deduce that? Okay, got it. Just make sure we're on the same page.
No,
You're
Sorry, go ahead, but
No, you're all right. And a second lightning elemental. As this electrical energy collects and swirls, it rejoins and creates this humanoid figure of light and power, who is not dead. I will delete that from him because you guys killed the last one, but this one is very much alive. Okay, that is thing one that happens. Thing two is that the tendrils between the necklace and the portal begin to grow much stronger, and the light begun to shift at the end of your last session, and now has gone to that purple hue, and has begun pulsing, but it's the slow pulse. It begins ramping up, and you guys know that is definitely not a good thing. And then leave it red. That's a little more crystal clear on like on and off, right? Red bad, blue good. So that's what happens here in this kind of moment in between the initiative order. As a reminder, you guys are going to do a brief introduction of your character, start your turn. So Tyler, Atesk is up, and Sigbert's on deck. What would you like to do?
Okay.
Also,
I'm
who's your
going
character?
to. Right. Thank you.
Yeah.
My name is Tyler. I play Tesk. He is a elf sorcerer from the College of Arcane, formerly from the College of Arcane Arts, and he's ready to try and not die again in this combat. So, does the I guess, can I do a perception check, or can I tell if the necklace is starting to become magical again?
No check required. Your spell has worn off. Is what is happening.
My spell is worn off. Awesome. Okay. So how tall is this pillar next to me? Is it like
100
roughly?
feet. Like 100 feet long.
I guess laying on the ground.
It's
How
busted,
like?
Though. It's busted up. I just knocked it down because this thing fell and it broke into a few different pieces. The longest of which is probably like 20 or 30 feet long.
How tall is it off the ground, laying on the side?
Let me see here. It was about 5-8 feet in diameter, so 5 to 8 feet. We'll split the difference. We'll call it 7 feet.
What is the check I would need to do to? There's a climb check. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna move up behind Reed.
That's where you were. You had moved yourself, and things had shifted away. But I think you were where you were because that was as close as we could get you. You're like huddled.
Okay.
You're like huddled behind Reed. Is where you're starting your turn.
Great. I'm gonna hold my movement to move with Reed so I can put him between the dragon and myself, and I will cast Dispel Magic again on the amulet since I know it wore off.
Okay. Roll your check. I don't remember what we did last turn for that, but I think you roll.
Oh no, he does roll.
Yeah, you roll against the DC, because I have that written down. That's why I think you roll, because I have the DC written down here.
And this is a
That I don't have written down. I literally have.
This is an ability check, right?
This is no, it's a spell, isn't it?
Okay, it wouldn't be considered a skill or an ability check as part of the
No.
No,
it's
no,
not.
you're casting a spell.
bummer. Okay, well, keep my fingers crossed. That works.
That's a solid roll. Yeah. Uh, with your modifiers, which I don't remember what they are. They're
Plus your caster level.
caster level.
So
That's
plus,
what you get. Yeah. So 7.
yeah.
You watch as the tendrils begin to grow in strength, and then the pulsing whoa 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 slows back down again, and begins to diminish. But the thing that seems curious to Atesk in much the same way that he fired magic missile at one point at this necklace, and it had like these cracks in it from Galfast's gravity bow and from Arthur's musket, and some of those cracks like receded and seemed to like heal on his magic missile. And in the same way, he's casting the spell, and it's definitely working, but he can feel his spell isn't as efficient as it should be this time. It's like it's as if the crystal is adapting. But the archway drops down, and for now, there appear to be no more creatures coming through, and the archway still appears to be quote unquote in its off position, with nothing new coming through it.
And that's the end of my turn.
Great, Sigbert, you are up. Don't forget to introduce yourself, and reads on deck after the dragon.
I'm Chris. I play Sigbert. He's a level 7 fighter. He's got 2 swords, and uh, he's stuck with this motley crew, even though he's trying not to get stuck with anybody, but he's stuck right now. But that's Sigbert. Um, I'm going to move. Okay, so I'm going to move right up next to this elemental,
Okay.
and then I'm going to take a single attack on the elemental.
Great. Roll your attack, please. And I pulled up all my stat blocks in advance today. I'm so on the ball.
That would be a 30.
30 hits. Go ahead and roll your damage.
That would be 8 damage.
8 damage will wound him. Oh, dang it. I accidentally deleted him. Brace yourselves. We're reloading.
Oh, what's happening? Brace yourselves.
God damn it! It's okay. I'm just going to spawn another one in. All right, so you've got you've done some damage to him. He's wounded. Some of the sparks have flown off and rejoined the whirling vortex that is Wilb and the dragon. I've accidentally deleted him. I'm going to put him back. Anything else you'd like to do, Chris?
No, that'll be my turn. That'll be it for me.
Okay.
Can I give a quick reminder? I healed people for quite a bunch because I used 2 channel positive energies last time. So you healed for 12 plus 17, 29.
Nice.
Who else did you kill?
Yeah, I'm
everybody that was in
imagining-
a 30.
We
Everybody
talked
that
about
was
it.
in a 30-foot range.
We went over it. So I mean, you guys have your hit points there, but that definitely happened last session.
Yeah.
Then okay, we're up to our baddies. Golly Jeepers and G Willikers. Okay. The dragon is going to reach out and attempt to swiggity swipe at Kythar with 2 wing attacks. For stupid and for like a stupid high number, and for like 25 is the low roll.
25 is the low.
25 is the low roll.
They both hit.
Yep. Then I did not pre-pull out my dice. They are sitting here next to me. You got 2 1s, so it could be a lot worse, but it's 24 damage total. And then he, looks at the elemental, and in Draconic, does anybody speak Draconic?
Negative.
No. Yes.
Wait,
No.
what? You do?
Oh
If that's-
boy.
I do as well.
Yeah.
Then
I speak Orc and I speak Draconic. And Elven.
he's then, to everybody who doesn't speak Draconic, role play, you hear crazy noises that make no sense to you. Those of you who do speak Draconic hear him command the elemental to destroy the mouthy one as he gestures towards a Tesk. And then he takes flight, allowing an attack of opportunity for Kythar, Reed, and Will.
Ooh, oh shit! I've been waiting for this. Okay.
So I get a double, right?
You get a single.
Unless you
Well,
have,
I have Swift. I have the Swift.
this isn't
Yeah.
mine. There's just a.
I remember I have it's a double and then a single, so I could.
Doesn't count on attack of opportunities.
Right.
Give it like a quick. Yeah. The idea is because on your turn you have a full 6 seconds. An attack of opportunity is supposed to be like literally a second as you get like a swing in as they pass by you.
Right, it's like a moment.
Yeah.
So it doesn't consist as a full base attack.
You
Exactly.
but yeah, it's not a full base attack, but you do get the highest bonus of all of your attacks on the attack.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Right.
Sure.
Will's making his attack.
Nice.
Oh.
With Wilb's modifiers, even with the dragon's high AC, that'll probably hit.
22.
Oof, 22 just misses. Wilb
34.
hits. Reed.
I get some stupid stuff because of Smite. Plus my axiomatic thing. That's a 38.
Hits.
Doing damage. 14 damage.
14 damage.
So that is a.
And it's my claws are considered magical because they've been blessed.
Yep.
As the point for DR.
I remember.
Okay.
So that's
Both rolled.
that's 26 for me still. Plus
Just give me your
it
final, man.
ignores.
Oh, plus, no, I'm
it
sorry.
ignores- that's the thing, because remember I get a bonus if he is a chaotic creature. I get an additional 2d6 if he's a chaotic creature, and it ignores damage reduction.
He is not a chaotic creature.
Okay, but it still ignores damage reduction.
He makes contracts, man. That's lawful.
Alright.
And it still ignores damage reduction?
Yes.
So that's 26.
That's crazy.
Uh-huh.
That's crazy.
You gotta give me a second. I gotta do some math.
Back of the napkin math.
I did not leave myself enough room on this card to do. You know what? I'm gonna switch the dragon over to his own card. Is what I'm gonna do because this is gonna be a fucking deal.
That's in his own card dragon, David. If there's one dragon to have his own card.
I know. But like when you start combat, you're like, oh, I got initiative order. I got like 1 or 2. Hey, this is a big deal, you know. And then the napkin gets full, you know. And
That's
yeah,
funny.
dude, that will absolutely bloody the dragon, 100%.
Oh
100%.
shit!
Oh.
Get a box.
Not death's door.
I'll say bloodied is just the bottom half of the hit point total. You know, it's not.
Still,
What
we're making a dent now.
what does he look like with damage as he passes us? Like, was
Do I get any bonuses?
did he take that much?
Yeah. So Reed has, it has enchanted everybody's energy. So there's a hum, there's a glow among everyone's, weaponry, in effect. And every time that those weapons are swiped or swiped in Wilb's case, swung in, Kythar's case, there's almost like a song, like a chorus note which comes out of it. And when Reed's weapon makes contact with the dragon, if each of these weapons is one note, Reed's sword is the full chorus. As there's a literal like outbreak of song, as those of you who are magic users, I've mentioned this place is thick with magic. This place is, in I've been describing it because the only thing your characters have any context for on this would be something like Cade's Wizard Tower, which is, when a powerful magical being makes a place its home, it imbues its own magic there, right? And you can see that being like sliced through here, where every magical precaution which has been put in place is brushed aside as Reed's weaponry, gashes deep into the dragon, which is rolling back from Wilb, who he's been, fighting with, interacting with this whole time, and has been, addressing as the primary concern. Now he understands that there are a couple of concerns here, but all of those attacks land, and as he takes off, blood is dripping and pooling, mixing in with the grease which has dripped off the off the pillar, and is beginning to puddle at the base. And he takes some of his fly. Let me see here. I gotta double check what he gets. It's double going up. Golly, what is he gonna do from here? So he's 50 feet in the air, like level with the base of this pillar here. Because as a reminder, the arch is 50 feet off the ground. That's where the stairs lead. And he is going to.
How high up in the air is he?
He's currently only 50 feet in the air. So I got to do some math here. He has enough movement to get himself to where you guys found him, on top of the archway here, just over it, hovering, 10 feet off the archway, which would put him about 50 feet off this platform and about 100 feet off the ground here. He's near. His head is nearer the top of the dome that is the ceiling than the floor at this point. Then the mage you get to do your grapple damage against the mage, I think, or is that on your turn?
That's on his turn, I think he said.
Okay. Which makes sense.
Yeah, sorry. He's considered grappled, unless he can try to break free right now, but the damage won't happen until my turn. Yeah.
Got it. You know what? We're gonna keep it simple here. We established that Scorching Ray is as Magic Missile is, and just happens, correct? Pretty sure that Sigbert got scorched last session.
I think so.
Yeah, I see saving throw none. I've got it right here. Saving throw none.
Yeah.
But spell resistance would apply. Let me see. What's his range?
Yeah. Yeah, but if you do have resistances, yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna Scorching Ray the closest enemy to him, which I think is Wilb at this point. Definitely easiest for him to hit, quote unquote. It's not a mechanic for him, but from the mind of a skeleton, big thing, boom, shoot.
Yeah.
And Scorching Ray's Wilb for high damage.
Could I held my movement action to try and block a dragon's breath? Would you allow me to try and block that?
No.
Okay.
No.
Held actions
Is that all hitting?
Held actions are pretty specific. Wilb, and it's 8, 13, and it's 14 damage total. Fire, if that makes any difference for Wilb.
It does not.
Okay.
Thank you.
A lot better than 24.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Now for our boy, the Lightning Elemental, and this is gonna be a doozy. Maybe. Possibly. He is gonna make his way back, over the pole, which I will. He's a large size, so his, it's negligible for him. It's step over territory, right? And you ready, Tesk?
Fuck.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, just tell me how. Am I dead or just unconscious?
Okay, sounds great. Because your AC
Well,
is comically low, correct?
Comically low.
I do not have it. I do not have a natural one. I did roll the dice at least to see if one came up. So we're going to
You hit.
We're going to assume 2 hits there. And Lord.
Yes.
Unless it's
Like the Hulk pounding around Loki.
We have
yeah,
a Hulk.
but I'll die.
Shit.
God, before I roll this damage, tell you what, Reed, you are holding your action to block for Dragon Breath.
Yeah.
You will not get a chance to use that massive AC you have. You will have to take whatever this damage is I roll, but I will let you use it to throw yourself in front of a Tesk. If that's something that Reed would do.
That's a good idea.
Probably. Yeah, probably.
We need a yes or a no, Joe.
Yes, I said yeah. That's
Okay.
a yes.
Great. That's a big 20 damage to Reed.
Okay.
But he's got it to spare, and we're gonna trade you and a Tesk on tiles as you throw yourself in front of him. A Tesk, it's one of those classic cartoon moments where the shadow kind of emerges, in front of him, and it's he's behind me, isn't he, kind of thing. And Reed just basically chucks him, just grabs him by the shoulder, throws him behind him, and puts himself between the elemental and Reed, or the elemental and a Tesk, and takes the brunt of both of his slam damages with all of the elemental might behind it. And that's it for the dragons. Reed, you're now up, and Godfast is on deck. Don't forget to introduce yourselves, guys. I know we're still in first round of combat.
Reed seeing stars a little bit, his head just got thunked twice, and his neck looks an inch lower than it was before, but he's still good to go. What up? I'm Reed, aka Thick Booty Boy. I'm here to fuck shit up for Ioma Day. Here we go.
Or get fucked up.
And then I'm gonna look at Wilb and say, "Hey, can we try and knock that tower down on him? I'll take care of this elemental here."
All right.
In a response from Wilb.
Oh, sorry. Will an attack onto this guy, right? As in.
No, to the pillar.
Yeah, I asked if you could try and knock the pillar down, and I'll focus on the elemental.
Yeah. Sorry, I stood up for literally a second.
Okay, you're good.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna take 2 power attacks.
Hold on. Which pillar?
The one closest to us to try and knock it.
Right here.
Yeah.
And so you yelled that to Will, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can say no. I just want to know your response.
I'm gonna be like, why doesn't Arthur just shoot the damn bomb already? The Puto is on top of the archway anyway.
Arthur, do you have a shot on the bomb?
Let me see. You see Arthur like change his sight picture from the more immediate threat to his left over to
The bomb.
What? Wait, what do you say? No bomb?
I said the bomb.
Oh, okay. He can see it then.
All
right.
Well,
I mean,
there's a pillar and a statue in the way, not from where he's standing. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. I mean, I think it'd be a fool's errand.
Well,
Aaron's not a fool.
I'm saying this while I'm swinging. I'm still taking my 2 power attacks on the guy.
Cool. Go for it. The elemental.
Yeah.
Cool. Roll him.
The first is a 17, and the second is a 4, 3.
If the first is 17, the second one hits. The first one doesn't.
Yeah.
The second one does.
Okay. Dim Dam.
Dim Dam.
14, 20.
20 Dim Dam. And you do know he's not evil.
That's correct, yeah.
Cool. Great. Check. He is wounded.
I am done.
Okay. Then Galfast is up. Simone is on deck. No. Did I skip Sigbert? No. We got him, right? You went Sigbert? Took your turn?
I went.
Yeah,
I
okay.
went.
Okay, great. I'm all paranoid now. Galfast is up. Simone's on deck.
Yeah, I play Galfast. He's a level 7, 150-year-old dwarf. And he is a ranger with 1 level of rogue for those sneak attacks.
For that sneak attack, boy.
So I'm just looking at distance. I'm pretty sure he's over 200 feet. Would you put him in the 300-foot category, you think?
No. No, he's between 2 and 3.
Okay, got it. So I'm going to take 3 attacks. And at this point, looking over at Galfast, he's like squinting, like you see a cataract in one eye. It's pretty far away, so...
You're shooting at...
But he really likes this pillar that he's behind, and he's not willing to move.
I know that nobody would know that. That's metagaming. Just kidding. I'm gonna take a shot at the dragon. I'm gonna take 3.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, take the picture. Can I screenshot this?
That's not your crit range, is it?
I don't believe so. No.
Yes. Damn.
For bows, it's pretty high. So the first one hits for a 24, I believe.
I need to know what you're shooting at.
The dragon, just the dragon.
Yep.
Dragon.
That hits. That probably does not hit.
Don't look at that one. That one's not going to hit either.
I was about to say, at your lowest modifier, that probably won't hit either. But you got 1, so roll your gravity damage. Brosif?
Not bad.
Brochacho?
I'm sorry, 9 damage total.
9 damage total. That makes a difference.
And the same thing, like as soon as you see the arrow leave the bow, it like zips across. It looks like a almost like Arthur shot, but no sound.
No crack.
And I'll say, and then you'll hear me not loud, but I'll say, "I'm bringing him down. I'm bringing him down." Then I'm done.
Then Simone is up, and Arthur's on deck.
Okay. So Simone's gonna yell at the party, the ones down here, and be all like, "Blow up the bomb, putos! He's on the fucking archway!" And then I'm gonna have Wilb turn around, and he's gonna go. I'm gonna have him go all out on Mr. Ma'am.
All out. He's taking all 4 of them.
All 4 of them.
Okay. His elemental damage will not apply on these hits if it's lightning, but his slashing will.
Yeah. Lowest being a 24.
Hits.
Are his
Okay.
arms like Machamp arms?
Maybe like they can extend. Oh no!
Oh,
So I just.
you got 2 of them.
Dang.
You got 2 of them in. You got 2 of them in.
Oh fuck!
Wilb has rolled a natural 1 on each one of these 3 boss battle sessions so far. I think he's the only one to roll a 1 in all 3 sessions.
Yep, it is what it is.
Which is surprising considering I'm sitting right here.
Yeah. All right. 24 plus 8, so 32 damage.
32 damage will take this elemental all the way the fuck to death's door. Just straight past bloodied and, flickering with energy. The crackling has, become like a constant fuzz. It's very erratic in the direction the electricity's going off. He's not like holding his humanoid shape very well. Very significantly damaged.
Gotcha. Simone's gonna take. He's gonna take a shot at Mr. Lightning Man.
Okay, great.
Come on, Simone.
Grapple damage against the skeleton as well, as a reminder.
I do have my grapple. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so that's going to be a 22.
That hits. Roll your damage.
All right, here we go.
Come on, big numbers.
6.
Hey!
Ooh.
Is that a total of
Enough
6?
to kill? Total of 6 damage, yeah. That's it.
How would you
kill
like
him.
the elemental to die?
I'd like it to be like where the arrow or the crossbow passes through him, but then lodges into like the stone next to Arthur, and it acts as like a grounding rod where all of his like electrical energy gets sucked into the stone and he just like disappears.
That's cool.
I love that. That's super sick. And I will move him off the battlefield because he is dead.
Let's go.
And I still have my movement, and my proximity to said dragon is not. I don't like that.
You're not a fan of that?
So
That's not a fun thing for you?
10, 15. Ooh. Let me make sure. Do I have 20 or 30? I have 20. So free 5. 5. All right, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go this way.
Okay, great.
And that will be the end of my turn.
Okay, brings
And
us.
whoever has cameras would see your guys' fucking
I need
mouths.
to roll the damage for the guy. Sorry.
Oh, yep, nope, you're good. You're good.
He is going to take 8 damage.
That'll do it.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, he's on death's door, man.
And as like the tentacles rip him like apart, essentially, I'm gonna do the thing where you cross your arm and then put your other arm under it. You know.
Yeah. Love it.
How do you
I'm gonna.
do
No, like not like that. So
it? I don't know what you mean, dude.
like this. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Gang signs.
So yeah, the other way to flip somebody off, basically.
Yeah.
Using your entire arms. Okay.
I'm gonna give him a little thrust. Give him a little, you know what I mean? And then that will be my turn.
Arthur, you are up. Kythar's on deck.
Woo!
Hey, I'm Stover playing Arthur Struva. He's a level 7 gunslinger. And he's a humanoid. He's trying to figure out what the heck happened to his family. His father died in battle during the Great Pirate Wars. His mom died from a mysterious illness, and so did his wife. So he is after some information, and in the meantime, he's on an adventure, and he's currently in a sabbatical from the University Castle New Birmingham. And yeah, that's Arthur.
All right. What's he doing?
Arthur's going to move up to this pillar. And he's going to take a movement to get there.
Okay.
And then he's going to make a pop shot at the dragon.
At the dragon himself.
Before that happens, Simone's gonna yell out again. Shoot the goddamn bomb, putos!
You're going to hear like Arthur like not listening. And he's in his own little world right now. Just put him and focused on the dragon.
Gotcha.
Yeah. This is in character, so I mean, he's
No, you're fine. You're fine.
It's got that tunnel vision.
he's got that tunnel vision.
You're
So
probably,
that's a,
you're probably at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. You're probably at about about 100 feet away, whatever that increment is.
yeah. So that means it'd be it's I have an 80 and a 120, so I'll just use 120.
120, yeah.
So then that's only 14, which probably isn't going to do anything.
No. And you watch as your shot hits this giant fucking dragon and just absolutely ricochets. And you see it, impact on the stone off to the side, the stone wall off to the side of the dragon as your shot does not penetrate his scaly armor.
Yeah, you see Arthur reloading, and then you hear him say, "What?" to Simone's comment that he said like right before.
It's finally registering. What?
So then that's all Arthur's got for his turn.
Then Kythar is up and Tesk is on deck after our between round nonsense. Go ahead, Kythar.
Is the bomb here? Damn it. Oh.
Bomb is attached to the right pillar on your side. Yeah, Sigbert ran up these stairs and tossed it next to the arch.
And we can hear the fuse going, right?
Yeah, it's just burning, but yeah.
Okay, I don't know either to Leroy Jenkins this bitch and just run up there and try to swing at it, or get away.
Well, if you don't ask anybody, we can't say anything.
Professor Stewart.
What?
Should I go hit it with my hammer?
Do I need a wisdom check to see how much the fuse has left? That only had like 6 seconds.
You and Sigbert went through a whole back and forth over how much to let it run for, and I have been tracking that on my card over here from Sigbert's turn. So you can roll a wisdom check if you like, if you don't remember.
Yeah, I remember like it's either 12 or 6 depending on the round. I
don't know how to count. Do I have enough time to run up there?
You don't.
You don't.
You'll hear
Let
from the back. Yeah,
Kythar's
don't get too close to the bomb.
Kythar's
Okay.
gonna do the new best thing is gonna run up to this pillar and push it in that direction.
Okay, you're gonna give it.
He's gonna bull rush. He's gonna
You're
bull
gonna
rush
bull
it.
rush
Are
that
you gonna
bitch?
try and
Roll me a.
wait? Are you
bull
trying to go
rush
this way?
CMD
Let's go.
or CMB? Excuse me. I guess is what you roll.
No, it's a. Oh yeah, CMB. You're right. Yeah. Okay, come on.
I remember it because B is for battle and D is for defense.
15.
Total of 15. Not as successful as Reed's rush on the other pillar. You slam into it and you watch cracks run up it. There's an errant block which slides off, and you can see the whole thing, shimmer back and forth, and you hear it.
I'm gonna hit it with the hammer.
The cracking as it goes up. Well, bull rush is your standard action, so you can do that on the start of your next turn.
Wait, do you have any other actions left from Kythar?
It's the run plus the bull. Because I went there and then bull rush. No, I
Because
don't.
you have to do
Yeah,
bull rush. So he moved to make that all happen for him. Teamwork
do
makes
math.
the dream work, guys.
That's literally what Arthur sees Kythar run into the pillar. I can give you a hand. Just let me get this thing ready to go.
All right. Well, I can't hold my action until No, I can't hold my action at all.
Yeah, you don't have an action to hold. You spent it.
Yeah.
No, but Arthur can. He can hold one of his actions to help Kythar.
Yeah, but you're just going to use it on your next turn. There's no point in holding it because you won't get one until your turn comes around.
Yeah.
Then it's your turn,
Yeah.
so you might as well just do the thing, right?
No, but so that way Kythar can hit at the same time.
Oh, I see. I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Yeah.
That you could do.
Shoot the bomb. Just shoot the bomb. Next turn. Shoot the exploding thing.
You see Arthur's face like. All right, whatever.
You have big exploding thing. Shoot it, bigger exploding thing.
That's oh my god.
It's poetry.
Is
poetry.
Simone kind of mad because that's what I was trying to say.
Simone,
I had my turn, by the way.
Trying to get through this.
Simone.
We're all trying to get through this. We're all fucking trying to get through whatever this is.
Then in this moment between the rounds, you guys are, staring with bated breath at this dragon, at his crystal, at this archway, and the tendrils are beginning to strengthen, but the archway does not appear to have activated just yet. Atesk's magic seems to be holding for another round. The creature himself seems to be... I have no other way to describe it other than storing energy. The electrical aura around him is being drawn within. And the whole thing gives you all a sense of foreboding in a very terrible way. But that's it. Nothing crazy. We're all good. Atesk is up. Sigbert's on deck. What's up, Atesk? What's happening?
Hey. Tusk is gonna say, "Oh, thanks, Reed. I appreciate you stepping in there and saving my life. Probably would have killed me." And then I will cast Mage Armor on Reed.
That's a good way to say thank
Make
you.
him a big beefy boy again.
That's a good way to say thank you.
All the armor underneath me bulges. You're welcome.
And then I am going to move up. I'm gonna move up right next to. Actually, I'm gonna walk back around the side of this pillar, kind of keeping the butt end of it between the dragon and myself.
Yeah. Cool. That's
and that will be the end of my turn.
Great. that puts us up to Sigbert.
Sigbert's going to. He's going to see Kythar try to bull rush the pillar, and then he's going to come up. I guess he'd come over here and try to do the same thing.
There's space in between us, I would say.
But if possible, I would try to hit it from this.
Yeah,
side
you
right
can
here.
you can ask your allies to step aside. Absolutely.
Yeah, especially going towards it, I'm going to be knocked away. Yeah, so go ahead.
Hey, you see Arthur like clear the way for Sigbert.
Come on.
Are you also attempting to topple this pillar, Sigbert?
Yes.
Go ahead and roll me a bull rush check, please.
Big topplers.
All about the
That
top.
would be
He's adding to it. Okay.
I know. He,
Doesn't
I know.
15.
On another 15, you slam into this thing, and you guys hear more cracking, and you can see those lines thickening and spiderwebbing out. Larger and larger chunks of stone are falling off of it as the entire thing does begin to tilt and fall the opposite direction. Let's see here. Then I'm going to roll for the dragon.
I got just some serious deja vu. Holy shit.
I've been having that for the past 2 weeks, man. I get you.
That means there's a glitch in the matrix.
And he, and I'll topple the pillar here in a second. As it comes tumbling down, the first thing that it makes contact with is, is the dragon, who does appear to be bludgeoned by the pillar on its way down.
Yeah.
But also succeeds in keeping himself in the air. And because it hits the dragon, it deflects and doesn't land square on the archway, but bounces off of from your perspective, the top right corner of it. And as it does, the pillar breaks and it lands into this statue of the guy who the pillar breaks against, right? So the pillar's breaking against the statue of the guy. When it hits the archway, though, the pillar kind of bounces off, and the archway cracks, and there is a outflowing of magical energy, and you watch the tendrils that are connecting the crystal with the pillar. There are new tendrils which are shooting out of the corner that this pillar made contact with in different directions, and they're landing on this side of the wall here as they kind of scatter shot out, and there's
It's no longer focused.
Yeah.
Right?
well, it wasn't
Yeah,
ever
so-
it wasn't ever on, so the focus is kind of irrelevant right now, but the magic was all inside the archway portion before, right? It was obviously a
was
portal
inside of us?
with a stone arch and magic on the inside. But now you guys have hit this corner, and there's this explosion of color, and coming from the stones itself, coming from the archway, not inside of it. It's not part of that portal. It's as if the stones are leaking magic, is the vibe that it's giving off.
Gotcha.
Okay. And Amazru, in the wake of all of this,
Takes damage.
Takes some damage.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna nickel here.
no, yeah, he absolutely does. And let me roll that damage and get it scribbled down here. But he looks down at Sigbert Kythar, and Arthur, who are now not standing behind a pillar because that pillar is gone, and says, "You fools." And that's all. Just, you fools.
I love it. You fools.
Well, I'm on full. You a bitch.
Oh shit. You know, it really sucks going after the dragon.
You know what, man? That's why we roll initiative order to see
I know.
who's the quickest, who's got the quickness, who's got the speed.
Come on, get down with the quickness.
And as a reminder, these pillars don't come down in one piece; they break apart. So it's not like there's a full and complete, perfectly intact pillar ramp here. There's chunks of pillar which are scattered around, which is the same reason why I let Arthur just walk over the other pillar when he moved into position, because I figured he just stepped in between the chunks that are like broken on the ground. You know, he just like stepped where there wasn't pillar. So
Yeah,
That's right.
you know what I mean? So if you guys find yourself in this zone, just like make it a point to ask. You know, hey, is there a pillar or chunk I can hide behind? Whatever. Sigbert, it is still your turn. You have successfully toppled this pillar with your friends. What's up, man? What are we doing?
That'll be my turn, but I'm gonna look at Kythar and Professor Strover. Yeah, and I'm gonna just say, I think I've made a huge mistake, and then
At
that'll be
least-
my turn.
You did your best.
Oh,
You did best.
It's
You're
like
gonna have that on those
touching
big
a moment
jobs.
before they just get scorched.
Yeah,
I'm
you're
just
gonna
gonna,
see.
I'm gonna
Don't give me any ideas.
They're not gonna get scorched, all right?
Were you
This is,
electrocuted?
it'll be shocking.
Oh god.
Stay tuned for the shocking conclusion.
Oh boo!
Can I conduct your attention this way?
Oh fuck off!
The energy in here, it's electric right now, guys. I mean,
Oh my
David, I would go to your house right now. I would go to your house right now.
And you'll take him to the ground.
I'll lock my
Smack you
door.
on the street.
I'll lock my door.
I'll smack you on the street.
There you go, Aaron.
I will
There you
lock
go.
my
Thank you.
door. Okay.
What are we doing?
And we all die. Bazaru opens his mouth and
The concentration of pun energy is too great.
Amazru has just uttered the words "you fools," and Sigbert has said, "I think I just made a terrible mistake." We are going to determine that right now. So he's been collecting this energy, which is not something you guys have explicitly seen him do up until this point. And
Well, I saw like electricity like starting to not calculate. What'd you say, Joe?
Aaron's
we have a guest appearance from Mr. Benji.
Mr. Benji boy.
Mm-hmm.
But no, but seeing like energy like consume around him. I don't know, like the best other term for consume.
Like swarm, like
Yeah.
yeah.
Like it was like yeah. After like I tried to strike him, like I just saw energy. So okay,
Cool.
I did notice. I can't do shit about it.
Yeah. You can do shit, and the shit you can do is roll a reflex save, Kythar. You, Sigbert, Arthur.
Come on, that 20.
A Tesk is behind cover, but this dragon's got a lot of height on you guys.
oh, nice over.
Thank
Wait,
you.
Why is my
Not bad rolls.
A
Not bad
Tesk.
rolls.
God, what do I want you to do? Do I need you to do anything? Actually, I think you're okay. Tesk.
You would know.
For now.
For now.
For now.
Okay, so I've got a final of a 26 from Arthur, which saves. He will be taking half damage.
I rolled 24. I can't put it in there for some reason.
That's okay. 24 saves. Chris, I'm very sorry. 19 does not. And with you being on death's door, my friend,
Wait, he didn't heal?
I'm
I
sorry.
did heal.
You did heal. You just didn't change your tag on your guy, or you did
Oh no,
heal and you're still at death's door.
I healed and I healed and I went back down. I'm like right at the cusp of death's door
Okay. Okay. So
on the upper
we'll.
end.
Okay. So
I'm
we'll
still
see.
technically at death's door.
Oh fuck. Okay. So we'll see how this goes. You've got some constitution, right? You've got a little bit
Yeah.
there. Yeah. Okay.
Got some padding.
All right. Fuck, guys. My heart is pumping like crazy right now. We're gonna see what
That's the
happens.
drugs.
We're gonna see what happens. Yeah, D&D is a drug, man. Fuck, I forgot it was so much.
Wait, what? You
It's,
forgot what?
It's so many guys.
Is it like a spirit bomb?
Just a beta 32.
Does it beat a 32? Well, no.
Oh, I get half of it, so I get half of it.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
I'm
you're-
fine.
yeah,
I'm fine.
Well, you're probably
Well.
fine. You're likely going to be okay.
Come again?
Because he's been like middling on this. He really hasn't been doing what he could be doing here.
He's mid. I don't know what to tell you. He's mid. He's mid. The kids keep on saying that, but I don't know what that means. But he's mid.
Cap.
No cap. No cap.
No cap.
Let's go.
Cap on gang. Oh, brother, this guy stinks.
Okay.
What?
I just saw Becky.
Becky with the good hair.
Killed.
I didn't
Just
kill
say
anyone.
I killed Chris.
Amazru is the one who's doing it. But it is
Yeah.
for those of you taking half damage, you are only taking 18 damage.
Oh, okay.
Oh fuck.
Which means that
I'm on his death door. I'm on his death door. I'm definitely on death door now.
As a swift action.
I run away.
Which means
how much
Chris
damage
is taking 39 electrical damage.
No.
And you see Sigbert just turn into a puff of dust.
Oh my god.
That's
you just
Sigbert.
pop into dust?
I made a terrible mistake.
You said 18 damage, right? Half damage? 18 half damage?
I had 22 HP and my constitution is 13.
No.
Oh no.
Sigbert.
By like
Arthur calls out, Sigbert.
by a handful of points. Sigbert, do you want a moment to think about how you want the rest of this? Because we're gonna have combat and stuff, so I'm gonna extend to Sigbert the same offer that I extended to Atesk when he found himself in the situation. Is that Sigbert? Unless there's another magical item that I've forgotten about. Becky, you're here. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Hey there. Watch me kill my
Hi,
players.
Bex.
This is not great. I will make the same offer I made to Atesk, which is, Sigbert is going to mechanically be dead. There will not be bringing him back unless you guys have a resurrect. But I will give you, a moment of the spotlight at the end of this battle for Sigbert to, say his piece to the team, unless you have something you'd rather say now and rather have that moment be now. Completely your choice. It's your character.
I never liked you guys.
Well, I'll wait for right now.
Okay. It's very important to me that you get, a moment to, have Sigbert say whatever he would say. So just know that you've got a lot of leniency there for whatever you want him to be able to say. This is why I tell you guys I love you before we start playing, because this kills me a little bit. And sorry, I gotta get back in character. Amazru starts to laugh as Sigbert goes down, and Arthur and Kythar are both, I'm assuming, at death's door.
Death's door.
Death's door. Yep.
And he will reiterate that it was foolish to come here, and he'll lock eyes with Atesk if he can. I know Atesk is kind of cowering behind a pillar, but he will say, "I told you I would make you watch your friends die," and that is it for him. Reed is up. Galfast is on deck.
I'm gonna take 5, 10, 15, 20,
Thanks,
and
Soto.
as I'm passing through, I'm gonna catch Struve and
Passing
say,
through.
yeah, if you don't want to die, we need to shoot the bomb now. That's our only chance of the dragon.
I heard.
How
Kythar
how
said.
far above is Amazru from the archway?
He is 10. So he's accurate. He's 75 feet off the ground. The archway is 50 feet tall, so he's 15 feet off the archway. His head is much closer to the ceiling than it is to the floor at this point.
Gotcha. But his body is still.
His toes are
15
15 feet above the archway.
Okay. Just flying now.
Right. I'm sorry. He has some movement too, but he's not going to take. Actually, he's going to stay right there.
Yeah.
And Reed, you're in the middle of your turn. You're moving as you're passing through. You're doing something.
Yeah, I told Arthur to shoot the bomb, and then I'm gonna be right here, so in case the dragon is down, I can try and get up to him in my next turn or something. And then I'm gonna use my last channel positive energy, and as I do it, I'm gonna look at them and say, "Don't die, friends." And then here's the last one.
Okay. Radius on that is how long? How much?
30 feet.
Okay, so you're catching everybody except probably Simone and Galfast.
Mm-hmm.
How much?
9. That
Cool.
if you have potions, you may want to consider using them.
Down to 1. I probably will.
Huh.
And then am I behind a pile of rubble right here?
Yeah, partial cover.
Actually, no. I'm gonna take my free 5 and be right here. So if he
You're
tries
putting
to shoot it,
yeah, you're putting Arthur in the same position you had a Tesk in previously.
that's correct.
Got it.
Arthur feels extremely safe. All of a sudden,
No action to hold this.
Fucking Reed.
No action to hold this turn though. Correct? You're just standing there.
That's correct.
Okay, great.
got your back, Reed. I got an incendiary round ready to go. It's definitely gonna light.
Time to blow it. Time to blow it.
Then
Too
are you done,
late.
Reed?
I'm done.
Then Galfast is up. Simone is on deck.
So I just saw that plume of fire go, right?
Yeah, you watched the dragon do his dragon breath. You watched it catch a bunch of your friends. Wilb was actually in the way, so you couldn't really see the extent of the damage from where you. Actually, I don't think that you can see the extent of the damage from where you're at because of where Wilb is.
Okay, so I'm gonna look over and I see the fire. I'm like, oh, and then I start counting boots, and I'm like 1, 2, because I can maybe see the boots underneath, and I'm like 1,
love
2,
that,
3.
love that.
Okay, we're everything. And then I'll do my 3.
Cool. Okay, what's that 17?
Yeah, that's good.
Soto, thank you for hopping into chat and chatting with Becky. I'm in boss battle mode, Becky, so I'm not monitoring chat super closely. Full disclosure. I'm super glad that you're here, though. Yeah, welcome.
23.
23 hits, barely.
Oh,
Roll your
hello.
damage.
Wow, turning this around. I believe 7 because of the +1 from. Is Joe's? Is my weapon still blessed? Looking down.
Yeah, it should. Yeah.
Okay. I think that's a +1 to damage, or is that to hit?
No, it's a -1
Both.
per his resistance. Or does
Got
it
it.
do both?
Okay, so I
Does
don't
it do
need it.
both?
No, it's a +1 to attack and damage. I don't think it says anything about resistance.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
it just-
the
It does bypass.
it's considered a magic weapon for the case of things like
7
resist-
damage.
7 damage. Okay, you got it.
And
you
then
watch another one of these arrows land, and none of your arrows have stuck, full shaft. They all like hit, leave some pitting, bounce off. The few that you have gotten have like found their way like between a few of the plates, and then have immediately like snapped off. And this one is no different. You watch it go, land in the shoulder of the dragon, and then he flexes, rolls his shoulder back, and just that pressure is enough to like snap off the shaft, and you watch it flutter to the ground.
I'm like digging around my bag for like a fully iron arrow. Could I do seeing the pillar, the arch crack and the energy come out? Could I do a knowledge nature check on it? What would be causing
No,
it?
it's not
Does it look?
It's not. It's definitely nature is one of the
Okay,
few knowledge checks that doesn't apply here. Do you want to pitch something else?
I also have history. Maybe I've seen it before somewhere.
So you've done a history check on this archway. I know it was before this.
Yeah, I mean specifically because of the energy. If I don't have those are the knowledges I have. So if none of them, if I would not
you could
recognize,
you could just roll a straight wisdom check and see, add your wisdom modifier, see what you know, see what you might have picked up in your travels.
a big 14.
A big 14. Galfast.
Yeah, it's big.
Galfast has seen a lot of the world at this point, and this archway like reminds him of different like magical elements that he's seen in places like, the Free People's Academy in Port Saucus, or outside Port Saucus's gate. They have a like series of archways basically that are, for lack of better purposes, they're medieval magic detectors. Like we have metal detectors, but they're like arc in the sense of magic. So, and you have seen those malfunction before, and you know that magic is like inherently unstable, and that just like anything else, the longer something goes without maintenance, the bigger the risk is that it malfunctions in a catastrophic way. Um, and you don't know if that's what's happening here, but it's possible that could be what is happening here.
Okay. And I see that bomb going. Stand clear of the archway. And then I'll be done with my turn.
Then your Galfast. Simone is up. Arthur's on deck.
Cool. So what I'm going to do is Wilb is going to take his movement to go behind this pillar and do a strength check to push the pillar onto the archway.
Okay, great. The archway is your primary target?
The archway is my primary target.
Great.
That's correct. And, of course, I'm also collaterally trying to hit the dragon.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Makes a difference on a close roll. Does not make a difference on a natural 20.
Let's go.
So
Bomb gets
keep in
squished
mind.
between.
Keep in mind.
Somebody I touched to for this.
Keep in mind that Wilb is literally the size that this dragon is, and so he just like slams into this fucking post. I, don't know if he had any particular. Maybe he just is feeding off Simone's energy of like not wanting to lose party members, and that anger is channeled through him as well. But just this thing, for the first time, snaps off clean, all on his own, no help required, one check, boom, bowls into this archway, which comes flying down at the dragon and his archway.
And I, just so you know, I specifically positioned him to where he, tries to miss this statue.
Cool.
Like it hits diagonally. I don't know if you see where Wilb is. If you can draw a line for where Will's pointing. Okay, all right, cool. Just want to make sure.
The pillar hits Amazru, who goes down. It hits the archway, goes down like physically to the ground, is not able to keep himself in the air. Hits the archway, which, just like, God, I don't even know how to describe this. It hits the pillar. The pillar hits the archway in such a way that because there's already a loose point, a weak point on the opposite side. So
yeah,
and I'm gonna do one of my world famous drawings for you guys here.
Oh, nice. And we thought Galfast is the cartographer.
Okay, so the circled area is where the corner got hit and all the beams came off, right? The pillar hits on the opposite side, which is enough to completely knock the entire top section between those 2 points of the archway.
The support of the dome came down. Got you, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, the dome of the archway. There's 2 vertical stone pillars with nothing connecting them at the top anymore.
Yeah.
Okay. When this happens, you guys are all, every single one of you, no check required, blinded. Can't see a damn thing. Flash of light so fucking bright that even with you guys shielding behind you, even a Tesk who's cowering behind this pillar and Galfast who's got his cover, like this room becomes so bright that you see nothing but spots for a while. But what you hear is eerie, is unnatural. It's a sound that probably no one has heard for 4 or 5 centuries, and that is the sound of a dragon screaming.
Holy shit.
As you also hear I describe magical items as having a hum, as being something that you can feel in the palm of your hand when you're holding the sword, or coursing through your body for elements that you're carrying. This is the most raw version of that. If the sound of a light rain on a tin roof is a soothing sound of nature, this is a fucking tsunami of catastrophic proportions. Is the just roaring, swirling vortex. It sounds like when fire is vortexing and like moving through a space quickly and displacing air so fastly that it's like causing issues with the sound barrier. Like you're getting elements of that, and there's this like terrible ruckus, and then there's an explosion, and
oh shit!
And you guys can feel the
the explosion.
You guys can feel the explosion. You can feel the rush of air enter this chamber as it happens, and it takes you all 2, 3, 4 rounds, 30 seconds or more to regain your bearings, to be able to
the explosion.
to see, what has happened. And as your vision comes back to you, you see both of the statues of the man and woman standing unaltered as they were before. There are no stairs. There is no platform. There is no wall behind the archway. Uh, the you are looking up and seeing the hills of the mountains on the other side of the bay as you are standing on top of the hilltop as a reminder with this huge 70-foot hole blown in the side of the wall. The left and right supports of the archway are still intact, but are no longer they're no longer giving off streams of power. There's no longer any kind of connection between them. A layman would not be able to determine that these were ever a magical element. They just appear to be two broken, 30 to 40-foot pillars of stone.
Mm-hmm.
You do not see the dragon. Amazru is not here. But you heard him cry out in agony, a primal guttural screech from him, in addition to whatever the magical explosion was. And you guys take a moment and look around the space. Some of you, for the first time, may notice Sigbert lying motionless on the ground. You guys are going to be in free action when we come back from our break in about 15 minutes. So it's 8:11 right now. We'll call it 8:25 or so, before 8:30. We'll say to be back to wrap up this session, and for you guys to decide what you want to do next. Investigate whatever you want to investigate. Ask whatever questions you want to ask. But let's take our break. We'll be back in 15.
All right, sounds good.
All right.
Nice.
So you guys have just used these pillars to crack and destroy this archway, this portal of some kind, which caused some kind of magical explosion, some kind of terrible reaction. There was, a blinding light, a lot of noise, and then, you guys all felt like coins whizzing past you from the, sent out from the shockwave, and you heard the like clattering of them all like slamming against the walls all around you. And as the dust settles and you guys are able to see clearly, you can see that the statue of the man and the woman are untouched. However, the stairways and the platform have are just pieces of stone. There is no wall from about here to here on the outside this room, just completely blown out to where it's open air, and you guys can see the mountain, the sun setting over the mountains on the other side, from this hilltop perch.
Do we see the undead?
They were completely surrounding this building, and you guys have some elevation, so you wouldn't be able to see them super well, depending on how close up against the building they were. But no, you don't see any undead specifically. But keep in mind, basically, you came in on the opposite side of the building, and they were like conglomerating on you because like Will had flown to the top, and you guys were like drawing them back and forth, and it had gotten to the point to where they had like all stacked up behind the door that you came in. So most of them were concentrated on, if the dragon's north, the south side of the building. I don't think it's north though. I think the dragon's west, and he's the east side. But anyway, but no. Short answer: you don't see any undead. What you guys do see is Sigbert, absolutely fried to a crisp, barely hanging on to what remains of his life force. And Reed, Reed takes one glance at him and knows that there is no magic powerful enough to, or there is magic powerful enough, but he just doesn't know it, to save him now. No amount of healing will do that. His body is already done, and it's just by sheer force of will that his consciousness is hanging on for these last few moments. And I'm going to turn the floor. You guys are in free action, and I'm going to turn the floor over first to Sigbert.
Okay, so you see who you guys know as Sigbert laying there, and he's kind of smiling and looks, even though he's mostly burnt to a crisp, he looks almost a little relieved, um, and he's just kind of laying there, kind of humming to himself, like kind of faintly.
Okay.
Humming?
Humming, and just kind of like staring up into the sky.
I'm gonna yell, Simone, go bring him back. Don't stop letting him suffer. Go bring him back.
I only had one sapphire fool. I'm gonna point at my hands. I'm gonna go run over to him though, and I'm gonna like try to use my gloves on him, but it's clear the magic just doesn't affect him.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey,
Well, hold on. Just one. I'm gonna run. You need a sapphire?
I do actually.
I'm as fast as I can. I'm running into the pool of gold and gems looking for a sapphire.
And you see Galfast just start to dig and tear through these gold. And Simone looks up, and well, I guess you haven't made your intention. I guess he hasn't made his intention clear. So Galfast asks, so you need a sapphire. You say yes. He goes back and starts digging through the gold pile, and you read off that description earlier, and the I'm assuming that you, the player, know the limitation on this glove.
Yeah, it have to be that turn.
Right.
It's Breath of Life only happens on that turn, so it might be that he's like while I was gonna interrupt Galfast as he's like moving around,
Right.
Like looking at the coins and stuff, and be like, "Hey, Galfast, fool, these gloves aren't strong enough. He's too far gone, fool.
I'm gonna look at the two next to me and say, there's nothing more I can do for him now. The best we can do is make his passing gentle. Uh, and I'll take a step over here. And you said you're humming something.
I'm humming to myself.
Is it like a song, like a sing song kind of thing?
It would be yes, it would be a specific song, yes.
And I'm actually
Um,
going to go so far as to say to in that note, Arthur, you recognize this tune.
I do.
You do. It's from your home. It's from the place you came from. Uh, there are your and you'll have to forgive me for not having the city name ready, but your home city was home has a turbulent past and a lot of history there, and has and ended up becoming something of a melting pot of cultures. And you recognize this as a song from one of those cultures from home.
Arthur, hearing the from his homeland, hearing the homeland song, barely after his ears been bung around by a bunch of musket fire. What he can hear from amidst that, and you see him drop his gun and just sit down and just hands in his face.
Okay, I'm sorry. We're back to Reed. Sigbert's humming a specific song, which Reed does not recognize.
I'm cradling him like in like my shoulder, like arm lap kind of area, so like he's like in a comfortable position. Um, what song is that?
It's it's an old song from my home, and when I say that, I'm gonna reach and pull a coin out of my whatever's left of like my pocket,
Right.
um, and
It's
I'm gonna
just like
kind of
seared onto your flesh. Sorry.
and I'm gonna reach and I'm gonna look at um, Arthur, and I'm gonna say Arthur, um, and I'm gonna reach out to hand it to him, and then if he takes it, I'm gonna give it to him, um, and I'm gonna just kind of look at him and say, um, "Will you bring X head back to the Wasali?" And then I'm just gonna kind of lay there and just kind of continue to hum my song.
Arthur, startled, goes over to Sigbert and then gently grabs the coin and says, "Yes, yes, I will."
And then
Sigbert, this is your moment. Um, if you if you like, this is totally up to you. Um, would you like to be recognized?
yeah,
Okay. Okay. Great. Um, Arthur, you take this coin and you look down at it, and Chris, you're going to have to forgive me if I botch any of this. It's been a long time since I've looked at this lore. Um,
you're good.
you you look down at this coin and you recognize it immediately as a currency from a now dead and gone city, one that was overrun by an opposing force. The pirate wars that you referred to happened in the wake of after a conflict between major powers, because there used to be, this great navy which kept the peace in the bay, and this war between these powers is a lot of why there was a need for military technology, why Arthur, had the ability to become an artilleryman and a firearm specialist. And there, and though Arthur himself is not of this culture, the Wasali, he he has from his time as a soldier heard their stories because they fought on the same side of the battlefield, and they were ambushed. Their entire city fell in a matter of hours, and so very few of them escaped. And and those who did were, um, you know, were there to seek revenge. So many of them enlisted, and there were stories and legends of a fighter who um, who was he was like referred to as like a man of the people. Like he was not one to blindly follow orders. If there was a man, he wouldn't leave a man behind. He had tales of his heroism, and have rescued many a soldier on many isolated island in your time in the Navy who swore allegiance to this leader. Um, and you've only ever heard descriptions of him, but as you are handed this coin from Sigbert, and you're looking at him, and you're reflecting on the bravery to topple this tower, to disregard his safety, to do what needs to be done. Your experiences together with you know with your common veteran soldiering background, you recognize him as that figure. Um, and I don't have his name written down here, but I believe that Chris does.
It's Tarond.
Durand.
Tarond.
And it dawns on you that this man who you've been adventuring with for over a month now, who you've always,
Uh,
gotten along with, you now realize the depth of that connection, and that it not only came from your shared military background, but from sharing a home and sharing a battlefield at once, where he was the army to your navy in joint operations, and you may very well have, and like I said, you've literally rescued his men. Um, and he has rescued Navy men himself as well, and you recognize him.
Arthur's going to a flashback of his dad being killed by 4 adversaries and recognizing not necessarily Sigbert because he can't get the memory exactly, but he remembers a Sigbert like figure with many carrying his dad's body to the ships before he was cast into the sea. And
That's fucking
Arthur locks eyes with Chris, realizing what he thinks he did, but not quite sure because it's a crazy memory. But obviously, there's a lot of emotions going in Arthur in terms of who he was actually serving with, and his life just begins to get more and more and more complicated on that front. So he just continues to pay attention to Sigbert and says, "You were the ones who brought my father from the battlefield. It was you."
and I'm just gonna kind of look at him and just kind of nod. Um, and then I'm just gonna look at him, and pretty much my last words are gonna, as I'm looking at Arthur, is I'm just gonna tell the Duke I'm sorry, and then that's then he's gonna just die.
and you watch the light fade from Sigbert's eyes with this final deathbed request. You feel the coin pressed into your hand, and then watch Sigbert's hand fall in slow motion as it lands on the ground, bouncing off of coins and rubies, which mean nothing to you in the wake of this momentous loss of this huge moment. And Reed is cradling Sigbert's head and his lifeless eyes are staring up at you, Arthur, as you hold this Wasali coin in your hand. Please add it to your inventory.
Seems so transactional when you say it that way. Arthur's going to need a moment. Just
You're good. You guys have had the spotlight for a while. What about my quiet folks out on the fringes? What are we doing?
Task would walk up and say, "Thanks for the saves, buddy. Rest in peace."
All right, it'll be a little bit more theatrical. Y'all ready for this?
Yeah.
Sure.
Why take him? He was so young. Why? He gave so much. Saber, no!
I've never been more grateful.
You didn't
for
have to do
Noisy.
that. You didn't have to. You didn't have to do that. You didn't have to. You gave so much, but didn't need to.
So I guess his lifeless corpse is just like spewed about on the ground. So
Reed's holding it.
Reed's still holding him. Reed's still holding him.
oh, okay, all right. I was gonna put my hands behind his shoulders to like signify to Reed like let's lay him out. You know what I mean? And then we'll lay him out. We'll cross his hands over his chest and then close his eyes. Put his feet together. Like set him up.
Yeah, Arthur will go to close his eyes.
And then from what's left of his cloak, I was gonna like put it over him.
Okay, that's nice. I like that.
At that point, Galfast will, is helping. Can I look what's left of the cloak and see if there's like a last will or something, like send all my belongings here.
That is standard adventuring procedure. So I'm sure that if Sigbert had a preference for that there are directions of some kind.
If there was a will at all, it would just say take. It would say take what you need, pretty much. Whoever needs it, take it.
Take what you need.
Divvy up my belongings. But
What'd you have? I'm just kidding.
Well, now that you mention it,
so
Kythar was there first. I'm just saying, Kythar was there first.
So my cloak was a cloak of the hedge wizard abjuration, and then I have a plus. Huh?
Tyler's eyes got all big when he heard head cloak wizard thing.
But that's where Sigbert's spell came from that you watched him cast.
Yeah. Fortunately, though, in our party, the person when they died, they have to be buried with all their belongings, right? Didn't we all agree with that?
Unless the will
You
said
fucking
otherwise.
robbed
Unless the will
Monzo
said
and he went
otherwise.
down.
That's because in his will, he said to give it to me.
You just didn't know.
Point of personal preference. Can we get that? Can we take this?
All right.
I'm gonna take this as my counsel.
Now that Sigbert's kind of, been at least, he's in a good spot right now. I'm gonna kind of survey the land and, probably walk through the big hole to go survey the outside to go see if there's undead out there.
Simone walks out of this hole and looks around, and the city was already empty because the undead had all piled on this hill. But now that you're standing out, looking down and around, there is just a ring of corpses around the base of this building, but they are no longer animated.
I kind of suspected since the silence, in the wake of everything that's happened so far.
Right.
But it's nice to confirm that.
Yeah, I hear that.
As that Will comes back to me, as he's coming back to me, you see him like shrinking as he like lands right next to me. I'm all, I think that size suits you better, fool. And he just kind of snarls. Yeah. And then I'll walk back inside, and then all you guys can, and I'll join you guys after. You guys go next.
I'm gonna ask Arthur. How should we? How do you get buried in the in service?
DM, would Arthur know that question?
That really just depends on whether or not Chris has a preference. Otherwise, I'll come up with something.
Yeah, I don't have a preference.
The Wasali people were originally a coastal community at the base of a large set of mountains, and they were like miners by trade, and they had a lot of like metallurgy, you know, as part of their culture, and so as such, there's you know, traditionally you'd be forged anew in the great furnace. Would be the death rites of a Wasali.
Then Arthur communicates that to the party, and also mentions it was not uncommon for those in the army. They were more Marines, really, but that's beside the point. To also be buried at sea.
At sea?
At sea.
All right. Well, we can get that ready. But Reed, aren't you looking for a hat?
I'm not looking for the hat, but yes, we are looking for a helm.
The sassiness. Okay, so then can we do loot checks then?
Yeah.
Is that how you want to do this, or how do you want to?
Well, that depends.
Like, look, or do you want to select specifically?
If you guys are just going to be loot goblins and say, I tear into the treasure to see what good shit I can find, I'm ready to do rolls and loot checks and all that. If anybody's going to have a strategy or look for something specific or, you know, do anything that's not be a loot goblin, then you guys need to let me know.
Yeah, I want to like try to talk to Iomade. I don't know if you want me to pray or just open dialogue.
I mean, we'll call it a prayer process as you open your dialogue. Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna ask: is the evil that you spoke of in this place completely ridden, and is the helm here?
I also have a strategy once he's done.
Iomade does respond simply as she usually does. You know.
Yeah.
She responds for now in response to your first question, and yes in response to the second.
Okay. The helm. I'm gonna tell them the helm's here, but the evil, Iomade says, may only be temporarily gone.
That's more than we had before, fool. And I'm gonna look at A-Test and be like, hey, after the flash of light, have you noticed there's not like imbued magic in this place, fool?
Yeah, I just didn't want to say anything. Well,
you should
being
probably
mournful.
convey that more.
Well, we were, you know, saying our last respects to Sigbert. May he rest in peace.
May he rest in peace, fool. But my point is that we could probably find what's magical by looking into the piles, fool.
Oh, so just
all
cast
of the
detect magic?
area. Exactly. And then we should be able to detect where the magical items are, fool. Since everything else is not magical anymore.
I mean, I was thinking about doing that.
You were thinking about it?
I was thinking about it.
Desk is always so nonchalant. Standing in front of a pile of treasure. I was thinking about that, you know.
I wasn't sure if I was gonna do it yet, but I was considering it. But yeah, I'll do that. The helm should be a bright glowing ball, right?
Should be. I'm going to do it as well.
Okay. Then you guys, because it's cones of magic, so if you guys are going through with your detect magic spells, which is exactly what I was looking for, thank you very much. Then you are guaranteed to find it and every other magic item in this horde, because you can literally just zero in on them with your detect magic spells. So, is anyone else doing or looking for anything specific or in a specific way?
This is a room that's been it's treasure from the centuries, right?
Yeah, I mean, you
Over
guys, nobody has done any kind of perception check on the treasure at this point. So you guys know there's a bunch of treasure here, but you have no idea how old it is. Assuming, yeah, it's a dragon's hoard. It's probably old. You know, common sense.
I'm going through, and I'm looking. I want to look specifically if there's anything that is familiar either to my religion or Iomade or any of the background. I think you get what I'm trying to
I get what you're saying. Okay,
say.
great.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. I don't know if you want a perception for that.
No, it's we're gonna tie it all into your loot checks.
Cool.
All right. Anybody else have any other strategies? Things they're looking for? Anything else they want to say before we start rolling the math rocks?
Quick question.
Sorry, go ahead, Aaron. Go ahead.
Okay. Looking at is it just gold, or do I see like swords and weapons and armor poking out, or is it just currency? Currency and shiny bits.
They're mostly currency and shiny bits, but you do see, an errant scabbard here, and what looks like a shoulder pauldron there. Like there is other stuff in here. Yeah.
I'd look at the equipment first, and then any of the extra shiny bits second. That's all. So nothing out of the ordinary.
Cool.
Tess could be looking for. Sorry, Anthony.
Just one last thing, make sure we get enough money, fool. We're gonna send Sigbert out in style, fool.
Can make a gold statue out of him. Tess could look for any enchanted magical rings and amulets and shit.
Cool. Love it. Love it. Anything else? All right.
My strategy.
Then, my two bros with detect magic. This is not going to apply for every loot check, just as a heads up. It is very specific to the situation. But you guys can make your roll with advantage, so you can roll twice, take the higher of the two results. As a reminder, you can use your charisma modifier, or you can use your survival skill to thumb through all this shit as you're looking for specific stuff. And you guys need to make your rolls. Let me know if you're using inspiration. Post your finals in chat, and I've got some charts to consult. So,
how many rolls do we get again? Sorry, I didn't.
You get 2 rolls. You and Tyler. Everybody else gets 1. Everybody else gets 1.
Okay.
Can I use inspired, which gives me for an action or a skill check, an ability or a skill check, I could roll twice? Take the better?
Yeah, he gave us advantage.
Oh man.
I mean, you're already rolling twice. That's literally what you're doing already.
Yeah.
It's to say I can't roll 4 times.
No.
Aaron, you have inspiration.
Aaron, you have inspiration indeed.
Oh, you have inspiration.
Yeah, I know.
It's gonna be.
I'm going to use my inspiration to get rid of another one that I've rolled.
Both the same. Gotta love it.
I mean,
Nice job, Tyler.
Oh man, those.
The average of the average is the average.
And sorry, what would the skill checks we could choose between?
It's literally your charisma modifier or survival, unless you want to pitch something else to me. But those are the 2 that we've talked about so far in this campaign.
Nope. I'm going to use survival.
Yeah,
Survival.
The ranger probably would. Yeah, that sounds right.
Do you consider this regular survival, or am I identifying tracks?
No, this is your regular survival. Don't get greedy. Okay, so guys, put your finals in chat, please. And I will preface this to say I'm not going to give you guys a like coin amount of how much money you're walking out of here with. There is literally more of that in this room than you guys can carry out. So you're limited by. You're basically limited by how much other stuff you want to carry out of here. Like bag space is going to basically become an issue here. Because there's only so many coins that fit in a bag that already has a bunch of orc teeth in it and a cooking pot and rope and all this other shit. So just keep that in mind. Great.
Okay.
So but I've already done this math for someone else, and I think that we established that you can get about with like standard equipment still in there if you strip down to bare bones. We did like the whole math of it. We like checked out the volume of an average backpack and the size of an average coin, and we like did the whole thing. We established you can fit about 40,000 coins in a bag in like a backpack.
You did the math?
But we literally did the math because this is not the first time I've put players in this position. And
what if you also filled the iron pot with gold before you put it in
that's
there?
assuming all of that. If you dump out your bag entirely, you can fit 60,000 coins in your bag. But if you want to leave your basic shit in your bag, you can fit 40,000 coins in your bag. And that's assuming you don't pull any of the diamonds out, or you have a separate way to carry that stuff, or you're not like anything you don't have immediately equipped. You're not carrying around with you. Like I know that.
What if I stuff it into my chainmail?
It will not stay. It will fall out just like if you stuffed coins down your shirt, bro. It's the same physics.
Man, I'm afraid we're gonna get like jumped or something on the way back.
I mean, we beat
Heavy
a
laden.
dragon, so we might be okay.
Might be.
Thanks,
Is the key
Becky.
word.
Thanks for being here. We're definitely into the goofy now, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so I am now looking through these deals. I'm gonna do a little bit of writing down here. Oh, Joe, that's rough, bro.
I know.
Arthur is. Let me see here. Galfast is 22. Simone is 11. I feel like I don't have everybody. There we go. Soto is 17.
I roll charisma with that, right? I just want to make sure.
Chris's new character.
Or charisma or survival. Your call. A test.
Charisma or what?
Or survival.
You said charisma or survival. Oh shit! Then okay, hold on.
A test. What was your final?
21.
That's my new one, Dave.
Okay, great. All right. Reed, Arthur, Galfast, Simone, Kythar, Atesk, and that is the party as of this moment in time. So, I'm going to start at the top. Kythar, buddy, what do you find in here? There's something I know Kythar's going to be happy to find. Let's see here. Where's your little name in my sheet, friend? What do we got here? It's all the way down at the bottom. I have a 27-page loot document, so it's you gotta give me a second.
God damn.
Okay.
Dave preps.
Dave preps. Anthony is so good at improv, and I like strive to be better at it. But I just I'm not comfortable running the game unless I feel like I've prepped, and it's such a fucking process for me to do all that shit. Okay, Kythar, you find +1 bloodthirsty leather armor. Is what you're wearing now, right?
Okay.
Leather armor.
Hold on. plus
Hide
1.
armor, I thought, right?
Hide armor.
Yeah, it's hide armor. Plus 1 hide armor.
+1 hide armor, and it has the bloodthirsty trait.
Whoa!
Uh,
What is that?
blood thirst.
You add in the program, you would add leather armor, give it customize it to give it a +1, and then give it the affix of.
Okay.
Basically, when you're raging, your AC goes up instead of down.
Yeah, because usually that's the reason why I haven't been raging is because it's significantly a lot lower than what I have. Okay.
Or they
anything else?
cancel out, or it helps mitigate that. You also have a cloak of resistance +1.
Cloak.
Okay, great, love it. Check, put a little check mark there, and literally as much, gold, silver, whatever you can carry out of here. There are not enough like diamonds and gems for all of you guys to carry as much out of here, but I'm going to kind of like, for the sake of simplifying this, I'm going to say that you all are like walking out of here with at least a pouch of that stuff. I'm kind of assuming. And
So, if I may ask,
yeah,
I'm currently at 63 encumbrance, which my light is 116. Can I at least go up to my light encumbrance?
You can go to your heavy.
Yeah, dude, but that's a separate deal. I also, yeah, man. I mean, we're getting to that. We're getting to that. Kythar is probably one of the few people in the party
I have
who could actually carry a bag full of gold. Just because that much gold will fit in a bag doesn't mean everybody's going to be able to fucking manage theirs, right?
I can carry plus 200 gold. Plus 200 gold. Can I say that? Plus 200 gold.
Plus 200. What are you talking about?
I can carry my heavy's 350. I currently have 63 encumbrance. Pounds of encumbrance.
It's not pounds, man. It's volume. It's how big your bag is. Like, that's what's limiting you. You're strong enough to carry it. You only have so much, like, bag space.
I don't know about. Okay, what the fuck? Where do I check for bag?
Have you not been listening, man? I went over this already. You get 40,000 coins in your bag, or 60,000 coins if you dump your bag out completely. So if you
based on of a standard bag.
Okay, 40,000 minus whatever I have. So.
As I see him doing this, I'm going to say, you could eat some.
Yeah. Okay.
Is that a diplomacy?
All right, I'm gonna carry whatever you said I can carry out. Okay. All right, I got my number. I have my number. I have my number.
Okay.
38.
I'd like to. I feel like Simone would be specifically looking for sapphires, since that does work with his, item.
Love that.
So
love that for you. Love that for you.
To sapphires.
How many sapphires have you spent on your gloves? Like, how many empty slots do you have?
Currently, there was so on one glove I never had a slot. The big one was always gone, and on the other one the big one was there. So both big ones I'm missing.
And then how many little ones? How many?
I have all my fingers. I have all of my knuckles. It was just the big ones I was missing. One big one I was missing when I got it.
Got you. Yeah, man. Roll me.
And the other one.
Roll me a d4.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh shit! I used Aaron's. No.
Hey!
Oh, hey! You pay the price. You pay the price.
All right, so I have 4 big sapphires then.
4 big sapphires. Cool. It'll still take some time to repair the magic items and do all that stuff. It's not like you can just like plop one in and be like good to go. But great. So now
I would imagine it would have to be put in and stuff. Yeah.
Okay, so Galfast finds an arrow, which is obviously like magical in some way. He won't. I guess I'm giving it to everybody else. I'm going to assume you guys are going to take some time with your stuff. You find an arrow of returning, which is basically a single arrow that, when fired, causes the PC to be teleported to wherever the arrow was fired. You also find a God. Where are they? They are called. They're fancy boots. They're here somewhere. I have them. Oh, you find a. You find a. If you look up the item, it'll come up as a crossbow. You can reskin it as whatever you want. You find what's called a shade bow, which basically grants +2 to your distance stuff, and then +4 to stealth checks. 3 times per day, you can just, and 3 times per day, you can just straight up become invisible. It just has invisibility in it, on top of bonus on stealth checks, on top of like being a longer distance bow.
Jeez.
Congratulations on your high loot roll, bud.
Abe, did you hear that?
I did hear that. Yeah,
Holy shit. Okay. Firework?
I mean, must have been, man. Unless it was a
Hope so.
cannon.
Okay.
I mean, you know.
Fucking loud.
Whoa.
Okay.
I heard that by my house.
Did you?
Oh shit.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, and I'm
He's
by
nowhere
Veterans
near. He's
Park.
nowhere near us, bro. Fuck.
Did it sound close?
No.
I heard one at my house in Fresno right now.
I'm about to say
No shit.
it sounded pretty close.
The
I
thunder.
heard another one.
Yeah, I didn't hear the second one. I only heard the first one.
Summer and I had super loud thunder last night. Is it that?
Maybe.
Like it sounded like a fucking cannon went off.
Yeah, but it
behind our
wasn't
house.
long. Like thunder
stop.
rolls.
This
you
one
know?
this was not long. This one was just like a loud crack that like boomed.
Yeah, it definitely boomed. Okay, guys, hold on. I got to fucking get through this.
Yeah.
Let me see here. Kaito, you already have your loot. If you want to go check it out, man, I'd say go check it out. Okay, Arthur, you, my friend, find another set of
Hey.
incendiary
Sorry.
rounds. You find a pack of tracer rounds, which don't do any damage, but they lower the AC for all ranged attacks for a certain number of rounds. And then you also find my friend who does a lot of repositioning. God damn it, where the fuck is this piece of stupid fucking... No, it's not that. No, it's not that. No, it's not that. Oh, duh, I have a search feature. No, that's not it. You find a pair of boots of striding and springing, which increase your base land speed by 10 feet and allows you to make big jumps.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I figured you would. Okay. So then that's Arthur. A Tesk is next. Okay. A Tesk, my friend. You find a piece of armor, which you may have to search. Just write it down. I'll send you these descriptions here in a minute. You find what's called Gale Armor Light. Gale Armor is a suit of +3 silken ceremonial armor that floats weightlessly when not worn. It has no weight on its own and confers limited weightlessness on its wearer. The wearer of a suit of Gale Armor can use Airwalk up to 10 rounds a day. Activating or deactivating this ability is a free action, and these rounds need not be consecutive. Additionally, you are permanently under the effect of glide, and if you're capable of flying for whatever reason, the armor increases your maneuverability by a category. If you manage to survive this and rolled halfway decent, which you did, I really wanted to give you the means to continue surviving. So there's that. Then there's.
And I rolled well.
You did roll well, which made it very easy. I think I have one more item for you as well. Give me a second here. You also. Oh yeah, classic. You also find roll me a d4 as well, please. You find a pearl of power in amongst the stuff as well.
What level is the Pearl of Power?
That's spell level that it grants you back, right?
I think.
I believe it is, and if not, then I will redetermine it. But it is a. What's your highest spell slot? Like what's your current highest?
I think it depends if we leveled up. At
You
level
guys,
7,
you
it was
guys
3.
absolutely are gonna level up after this. Yeah, dude, 100%. You guys are gonna level up. This is the reason why I was being so stingy about not giving out a level like a session or two ago before we started this whole thing, is because I knew I was gonna give you one at the end of this.
Gotcha.
So if I'm level 8, it's 4. If we're still operating on 7, it's 3.
Then I will go above and beyond that and say it'll grant you back the use of a 5th level spell slot.
Whoa.
Oh, cool.
Holy shit.
He
Wow,
only
that's
found
crazy.
one. He only found one, and this is a dragon's lair, so he's been collecting this stuff for a long time, guys. Then great, that's a Tesk's craziness. All right, Simone, we're still above 10. We're still gonna do all right, man. I promise.
Yeah.
I promise you'll be excited about this because you, my friend, have given me the longest list of preferred items, and so you're getting exactly what you want.
Cool.
So
Nice.
your headband of alluring charisma is only a +2, but you do find a +2 headband of alluring charisma. You also find an Eidolon anchoring harness.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I thought you'd like that too. It's big. It's a big.
I like that.
It's a big boss battle. It was obviously extremely challenging, not designed to be fair. So I want to make it a point to reward you guys. And Reed, man, I know that you.
Cool.
I know that you're not doing great, but it's still a boss battle. There's still a floor, right? You could roll a 1, and I'm still gonna give you something, right, man? Like, of course I am. And keep in mind, there's all the money as well, right? But you. I need to double check a item description.
Wait, just so I'm clear, I already had one of those, so I just get a second one.
Of what?
Right? The headbands.
Did you already have one?
Yeah, I already had one, yeah.
Yeah, then you'll get a second one, but we're going to homebrew in for you that as soon as you're back at Civilization, you can combine those and up
okay. Cool.
And up the effect of
Yeah.
them.
Thanks.
Absolutely. Then I've been trying to do good about tracking what I've given you guys. Apparently, I didn't note that one. But
you're fine.
There we go. Okay, you Reed also get boots of striding, which give you 10 extra feet on your movement, all that stuff. I know that you're a pretty slow boy, and then do you have any protection rings right now? Ring of protection?
Let me check. I don't think so. Yes, I do. I have a ring of protection +1.
Okay. There is another ring of protection +1 there. Same offer I made to Simone. If you take it back to Civilization, you can combine it with the one and pay a little money. You can combine it with the one that you have now.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll do that. And then what is how much gold do I get? I'm planning on actually. I want to take the.
So yeah, I mean, you can dump out your bag as much as you want, but the two we can get into nitty gritty, but the two kind of numbers I want to operate off of is, assuming you pull out all the orc's tusks and all the superfluous stuff, and you put gold in there, you're going to get 40,000 gold's worth of gold that'll fit physically in your bag. If you want to leave extra stuff in there, it'll be less. And if you dump everything out and you literally just fill an empty knapsack full of gold, we'll give you 60,000 gold worth of gold. So that's your number.
It's 40,000, and I can keep most of my stuff.
40,000, and you can keep your basics. That is mess kit, a couple days worth of rations, like the shit that starts in your like adventuring kit to start,
Right.
like just that
Right.
shit,
I just want to keep my rations, my holy text, and that's it.
Yeah, and that's in your starting kit.
Water skin.
Okay, there is other stuff in this pile that your guys' detect magic friends are going through and looking. You guys are, I'm kind of envisioning the two detect magic guys going through, and we're like, doing divvying out of stuff. But I'm imagining like they pull out something, they're like, I don't want this. Somebody else walks up and is like, oh fuck yeah, that looks cool, and you guys are kind of like all going through these piles together. And so this stuff,
we're the Santa Claus of the pile.
right? And so this stuff is the stuff that everybody has said, yeah, I can use that. I want that, right?
Yeah.
There's some other stuff in this pile. One of them is a portable hull. One of them is. Oh God, I have them all highlighted.
You said portable hole?
Portable hole.
Oh, I know that item.
One of them is something called Dragon Herald Vestments. And the long story short on that one is it offers damage resistance 5 on a specific kind of Dragon's Breath, though that one I am going to make you guys spend some time with before you know exactly what flavor it's good for. So you find that, and
I have a couple questions for you whenever.
Yeah, you're good. Let me double check this list and make sure there's nothing highlighted on my guaranteed piles that I want to make sure to give you guys. No, that looks like it. So those you find those items as well, like mixed in with all this magical stuff, and then of course, as if it were meant to be the very last magical aura that you pick up on, you are able to determine that this is ancient magic, and having the experience that you guys have with this shield, know that this item, that this aura is for the helm that you're searching for. And sitting on one of the piles of gold is, and you guys have to give me just a second here. I have been hanging on to this for so fucking long. It's not even funny. It's like one of the first images I generated with the AI nonsense. But in chat, you do find the helm of the four winds sitting atop the pile of gold. And that's your loot. Congratulations.
Well, I'm gonna look at A-Test and be like,
found it.
You really showed him, fool. Talking about the dragon, he said he was gonna kill you in front of his, or you were gonna be the last one to die.
He was talking mad shit, but he did still get Sigbert though.
Oh no, Soto.
What?
I have redeemables on my channel. I heard Soto laugh and his little gremlin laugh back there, and I could not figure out why, and now I know why. I'm glad that you did it at the end of this and not at the middle of a dramatic moment. Soto has redeemed one of the stream redemptions on my channel, which is something called Sing Mode, which is 1 minute, 60 seconds of my not being able to speak, but rather I must make some sort of attempt at song. And it usually just ends up with me kind of like talk rhyming. But here it goes, 60 seconds. 60 seconds starts now.
Can you tell me the back history of Valmina, please? Nick, this doesn't count. You can't laugh. Stop the timer. Stop the timer right now. This doesn't count. Stop the timer.
5 seconds added. 5 seconds added. 6 seconds.
Yeah.
8.
I'm on the
10
clock.
seconds added.
I'm
10
not-
seconds
I'm not
added.
gonna-
Let him talk.
I won't talk over you guys.
Let him talk.
The glorious history of Valmina is one that's great and true. And if I had more time, you know that I would sing to you the history of the noble peoples of this wonderful land, whose backs this adventure has been built upon, on which you stand.
Okay. All right.
I'll give that one.
Dragons may be old and ancient. This we know is true.
Okay.
However, where they came from exactly is something no one knew.
Oh, okay.
They're known to gather treasure. They're known to hoard their gold, but don't believe everything about them you've been told. Huh?
Oh. Woo!
Wait, is he done? Wait, is he done yet? Is he done yet though?
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
Okay.
That was well past to me.
Alright.
I just wanted to reimburse you some of that time. Thank you for watching the stream, Soto, and for being around and subbing and participating. I hope this reward is rewarding for you.
Thank you for subbing, Soda.
Worth. It's part of my rent, so.
Okay, so we're back to the moment, and that kind of worked better, Anthony. I appreciate you redirecting and asking about a totally side thing, so I don't have to try and work through the logistics of diving through gold while I'm in song. But you guys have found this draconic helm with the four winds, and it's sitting up atop a pile of gold in front of you. You guys are have all your magical items and this and that. How would you guys like to proceed?
Who's holding it, I guess?
Yeah. Who
We should
grabbed
take it. We should.
Oh, well, I was gonna look at it. Is it like plate or is it like light? Is it more like a like what's the material? I guess.
It looks like it's made out of gold and air. It's very. It looks
It's very
like,
light.
It
right?
looks like
dainty?
yeah. It looks like dainty. That's a great way to put it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna look at it and be like, one battle with Reed, and this thing will be, bonked to bits, fool. And then I'm gonna walk over to, oh man, I want to walk over to Kythar. The idea of a barbarian that can breathe fire is very alluring to me.
Especially when he's just when he takes a big swig of alcohol and just blows fire after it.
Oh, that'd be crazy.
Yeah.
Also, okay, here in character, I'll be like, fool, I don't think it might be the best idea, with our recent, group changes that we put all of our, very highly needed items on one person. No offense, Reed.
We're good. I'm not that valuable.
I think since there's a lot of us, we should probably spread them out. That way, if that one person dies with all the fucking shit, then we're not fucked. You know what I mean? You guys know what I'm saying, fools?
Picking up what you're putting down there.
I love that you guys know exactly what I could see.
So we're not doing DKP.
Yeah.
So who wants the mask, or who gets the mask? The mask. Who gets the helm? Sorry.
So I'm gonna shrug and say, I said Kythar.
So.
You don't have a helm right now, right, Kythar?
Hell.
You cut it out.
What's a helm?
a helmet.
Put here, man. Put
I
this
think
on
that
your
was
head.
in character.
Yeah, no, that's a character.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
That's why. Okay. I didn't hear your accent, your Kythar accent. So,
What help?
sorry. Yeah.
And
Okay.
then I thought I heard Wayne's
and
voice
then
too.
I just said, here, man. Just put this on your head.
yeah, I was gonna like slowly like almost like a crown, like I'm crowning the King of England.
And he's all like, "What's that?"
I'm gonna like slowly set it on his head, and then now it is now on his head.
Does anything happen when like it's finally rested on his head?
Yes, a couple things. One is that Kythar can feel its magic, as soon as it's upon him. But it's all like a very confusing prospect for him, because as the helm goes on over his head, and it's got those eye holes in it, and it so it's like a half helm. His friends disappear from view. The gold disappears. This building looks like it's brand new. Like the statues are brand new. Everything in here, the tiles, the walls, the archway. And as you look in the archway, instead of a blue violet light, it's like a window to another place entirely. There are people coming and going, walking around. You see people emerging from and going into the archway, which is now just an open window. But your friends are not there. The gold is not there. The damage is not in the wall anymore. You are seeing this place as if it were brand new and not ruins. But it happens in an instant. Helmet goes on. Everybody disappears. It's like your vision is being filtered, and this is what you're seeing now.
It's like you put on a VR headset.
Kythar does not like that. Kythar is not enjoying this. Kythar is just he pulls the hammer like and he just strikes the next person nearest to him.
Jesus.
You guys watch Kythar like
In the vision.
run over like 15 feet and just like swing in the air at what appears to be nothing.
Hey, are you sure he's the right person for this?
And Kythar watches his axe or his hammer just go like phase through this individual who just continues walking completely unfazed.
Kythar just like noticing the last thing that changes everything. It's like he just starts scrapping at his neck, just pulling everything like up from it's like, and he gets the fucking helm off. It was like
Kythar
the fuck.
Kythar pulls the helm off and cannot see anything.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. I can't. What? Can't see shit.
Ah, shit! I cursed him.
We're all sitting there watching him.
I was like,
Kythar still has a fucking hammer in his hands.
Yep.
Just freaking out because he can't see shit.
You can hear your friends as they're talking, but you just can't see them.
Yeah.
I'll be like, Kythar, calm down. Stop moving, fool.
Who the fuck are you? What?
It's Simone, fool. Calm down.
Why can't I see? What'd you do?
I don't know, fool.
What'd
you took the helmet off. You took the helmet off, fool. You did it.
You me.
Yeah, I didn't tell you to take it off, fool. What'd you see?
People I didn't know. What the fuck?
What do you mean you didn't know him?
You put it on. You see.
I don't want to go blind.
For fuck's sakes, fucking Kythar's a test dummy, apparently.
I mean, you got the second part of it right.
While that's going on, can I be looking at the hole, the portable hole?
Yeah, absolutely. What are you looking at it for?
Yeah, is it like cloth folded up? How does it plop it on the ground?
It's basically if I was playing the mystery magic item, you got to wait and see game, I would have described it as a large circular like velvet piece of cloth, kind of like we would see like a microfiber cloth today. It's that like consistency, very thin, very light. Can fold up to be about a handkerchief size. But when you spread it out and you put it down over a substance, the pillar, the floor, what have you, it becomes real. And
Okay.
Has Godfest ever seen that portable hole before?
Galfast hasn't, but Aaron has.
Yeah. Yeah. So then, yeah, that's what you see. A big hole appears beneath you, and it's obviously magical. Your vision's slightly obscured, going into it. But if you were to like, but if you were to like drop a pebble in it, it disappeared.
Okay. About how big does it look? Like it's 2 feet across, 4 feet deep.
I think they're a 5-foot hole. I think they're like one square.
And weight is not associated. I jump in. Put a weight in, carry it around. I don't feel it.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna spread it out on the floor and put some coins in it.
Okay, sounds great.
Holy shit! A 5-foot hole full of coins. How many is that? That's like you need a shovel.
It's a number of knapsacks.
Yeah.
I want to try and convince Kythar that he might just have to put the mask back on for now. So I'm gonna walk up to him. Hey, buddy. Like the mask might be trying to show you something. That's why you can't see anything now. Could be a curse. Like remember when I was cursed and it was just a temporary thing. Like we'll be all right. We got you. Or, I mean, the damage has already been done. Why not put it on anyway?
You're already blind.
We'll be right here with you every step of the way.
He's right, fool. What's the worst that can happen?
He get teleported out somewhere random. Like you'll never see him again.
I'm gonna swat like a Tesk on the back, like pat him on the back, when he'll do it intentionally hard.
I die.
No, you're joking. That's
I know. The screen goes gray.
Right, Tesk? Bam.
Ragdoll like GTA. Boom.
Actually, I just float with the new armor. Just
David knows my strength score.
Yeah.
yeah. It was just a joke. That could never happen.
You want like a diplomacy with advantage here or something?
What's Kythar doing?
Yeah.
That's up to
Kythar is still
initially.
fucking it's still freaking out because he can't see shit. He's just
Yeah, I know. We're trying to calm you down. That's what we were talking to you about right now. Did you hear what Joe said?
Use small word. Make more comfortable.
Oh, that's okay.
I'm not gonna read any of that, but that might help. I'm not gonna metagame, but
Okay, I'm gonna look at him and then look back at Kythar and then look at Reed and just be like, you dark now. What worse happened? And then shrug. I'm a helmet on. Helmet on.
I'm dark.
Yeah, helmet good.
I can't see.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
No shit. What the fuck?
Nah, fool. Like puto. Like helmet. Like you. Fuck, fool. So you put the fucking helmet on your head, fool. Like.
I love Simone just progressively getting more and more frustrated as he's.
Kythar has never worn a helmet. He doesn't know what the fuck a helmet is. You guys just put shit on his fucking head. He doesn't understand what the hell it is.
Okay, stop moving, fool. Stop moving. And I'm assuming when he, to us, the helmet was always visible, right?
Yeah, the helmet never disappeared.
Yeah, okay,
yeah,
all
but
right.
he doesn't understand what the fucking helmet is.
I know. I just said stop moving, fool. And I walk over. I grab the helmet.
He's fucking freaking out, dude. He's not gonna stop fucking moving.
I'm gonna like Like,
He's not gonna
and
fucking stop moving. He's
I'm
blind
gonna
now.
bear hug
He has
him.
never been fucking blind. He's never put on anything on his fucking head.
I'm trying
What
to
do you
stop that
expect him
from
to
moving.
do?
The first time Kythar puts anything on his head, he goes blind.
Yeah, he's not gonna fucking stop after you say fucking stop. Come on, man.
Can we make him stop?
You can certainly try.
Yeah, give me a contested
You could
strength
certainly
check
try.
between my two strong boys here.
God, I'm gonna roll low. Okay,
Okay.
that's a 19. No, Jesus, that's a 21.
What's your
To
strength
grapple?
score?
My grapple's a 23, bro.
No.
Wait, no, we're not grappling. We're contested strength checking, right? That's what
Yeah.
we're going for.
Contested strength check. Oh, I thought you were grappling him.
So do I-
Belt of Giant Strength is 25.
Jesus.
So you
do I
need
have to roll against him or no?
Yeah, so you roll against him. Yeah.
Okay.
So roll off.
Yeah, he beats me.
Okay. So Kythar feels Reed like clamp down on him, and Reed.
I don't
do
know.
you
It's
have-
Reed. I just
do you
felt
have
somebody
something-
on me.
I know, Reed. Do you have something comforting to say while you're doing this?
it's like massaging him.
I'm gonna be like, I'm going to. So I've used all my channel positive energy, but I have one use of lay on hands still because I get 7.
Okay.
I'm going to use my last lay on hands, and it stops people from being fatigued. And I'm going to say, it's okay, buddy. The mask isn't going to hurt you. We're here with
Oh
you.
my god. Jesus.
I'm not fatigued, man.
No, but you are hurt, so you will heal, and you will literally feel better in your body for it.
You
How much do I heal for?
3d6.
Okay, roll it.
You heal for a lot, kind of 13.
Okay, 27 seconds. I'm still like a quarter life right now. It's like,
Okay.
all right.
I'm gonna.
I feel a little better. Huh?
Well, I know. So while you're like trying to figure out if you feel better, I just boom throw the helmet back on you.
I'm gonna grip it tighter. It's like I'm riding like a
Reed
rodeo
pulls out
horse.
a roll of duct tape and starts just fucking sticking that shit on.
Then I'm gonna look at Reed and be like, grab him.
No,
I'm forcibly having to wear this fucking helmet that made me blind. Okay.
Hey, Tess,
I
I still have mage armor.
You shot the mage armor. It doesn't give you strength bonus, but
No, but I'm big.
yeah. And then I'm gonna be like, Kythar, relax. Can you see, fool? Can you see?
Yes, you can see this room where Simone's voice is coming from. There's no one standing there, but you can see this chamber, and like all the pillars are still standing. You know, like you can see. You just aren't seeing your friends, and you're not seeing the way you saw before you wore the helmet.
Okay.
Can I try and talk to him? Like, hey, we're still.
Well,
here.
let me
Tell us what you
reply.
see.
Let me reply first because he's asking me a question. Yeah.
Okay.
Because you're just hearing what David's saying at this point.
Helmet
Kythar's just
goes
gonna
on Kythar. Boom.
Okay, thank you. Kythar's like, okay, everything looks pretty. Where?
Okay, hold on. Wait, you can see though, right? Fool, relax, fool.
But I
Can you
hear
see
you,
what-
but I don't. It looks. Where's the gold? Where's this?
Is it?
Where's everything at? I see stairs. I don't see. Where the fuck's the gold?
Hold on, we think you're seeing something. I'm gonna look over at A-Test.
Yeah.
Oh my god! Thank you, Atos.
Well, do you think you could help us figure out what's going on here, fool?
Yeah, I mean,
What are you doing?
I could cast Identify on the helm.
A plus.
We know what the helm
A
is.
plus.
Fool.
Do we put it on his head,
Helmet-
and now he's blind?
Yeah,
and do we...
yeah, thank
The
you.
helm of
Thank
the
you.
four winds, fool?
Hess just stares at him with a blank face.
Oh my god. What else do you see, Kythar? Jesus Christ! I wish Sigbert was here.
R.I.P.
I see everything's perfect, but I don't. I just hear voices. I don't see nobody.
That's okay,
And I
fool.
know. What do you mean that okay? I hear
That's okay
voices.
for right now.
How's that okay?
What else
That's
is
our
in the room?
voice, fool.
But I don't see you.
That's okay. Use your instincts, fool. Walk around.
Am I
What else do you
schizophrenic
see?
now?
What? What?
Big word for.
Is
for
that like
Kythar.
I'm gonna put my head close
I know,
to,
right?
to
That's a-
Kythar's ear, and I'm gonna say, "You're stuck there."
The hammer comes back out. The hammer comes back out. He's just gonna start swinging.
I'm still hanging on to you.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
Reed like elbows Galfast, boom, right in the stomach.
And then I feel like Galfast would sit next to Arthur somewhere and like make a little fire and talk about, unpack the day.
Shooting
Yeah.
the shit while
Yeah,
all this is going on.
Arthur is definitely shooting it with Galfast.
Does anybody
right now.
have like calming hands or anything to fucking help this remedy the fuck's going on with Kythar? I'm just playing how a fucking idiot would play this right now. I'm just saying.
Oh, you're
Hey,
doing
Gar-
great.
No, it's perfect.
Arthur's gonna
I hope
have
I
a.
think it's very reasonable. Arthur?
Arthur's gonna be like, "Hey, food's ready," because it took so long to get this guy.
Kythar can smell it but can't see it. He's even more mad. I'm just
He
saying.
follows his nose over, steps in the fire on accident.
You're doing great.
Is the archway still there?
Not from your guys' perspective. There's 2 pillars of
No,
stone.
I'm asking.
Oh, you're asking Kythar. Got it.
What the fuck's an arch?
Oh, all right. Hey, the thing that we dropped the pillar on and it went boom, is that still there?
Oh. Yeah, but it's not broken. looks-
What do you see on the other side of it?
It's weird things are going towards it. It's weird people are going towards it. And walking through it. Nothing's happening. Get the shit off me!
Hold on, fool. Wasn't this like a sister city? Wasn't this portal like connected to the other city, right?
What the fuck's a sister?
No, you don't have a. Well, maybe he does. Does he have a sister?
Kythar never had a sister. He's the only child.
I'm like,
We
stop
got
listening,
sisters.
fool.
Stop.
I'm
It's
like,
just-
I was like, wasn't this like like a corrupted teleporting archway? And I was gonna look at A-Test and be like, and I just see him blankly staring at me. And I was gonna ask him a question, but then I just go back to read.
Wait, what?
Just see like, wasn't there like a sister city puto shit like with a fucking teleport
Yeah.
gate?
Galfast walk up. The city of Isolde was connected by a
Oh,
portal
God.
to the Twin City, but the portal was tampered with, and now the connection is severed again.
Well, it looks like our buddy Kythar here is able to see it in its heyday, fool. When it really did connect to the other city.
That's great.
Can we get to the other city with the mask?
I feel like we need to go back to Decade, fool. These are questions that we need answered, and he's the only one that can answer them right now.
fucking blind. You fucking bastards! Why would you put something on my head that you guys had no clue about?
No, they didn't have no clue. Reed got cursed by the last item that you guys touched. You
Oh
guys
my
all had
God.
a clue.
Oh my fucking god. I hope you guys are fucking tying a rope to Kythar because he has no fucking clue where he's going right now.
I can't wait to try to cross the bay.
Oh, with all our bagged loot.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
And with that, guys, it's coming up on 10. I don't want to hold us for too late. Kind of cards on the table. This was the last encounter that I had planned for this leg. I know that even when we try our best, for one reason or another, we have to like miss weeks and do other stuff. And so I figure maybe at some point while we're in Anthony's campaign, we might like take a hiatus and be like, and just come back to like this moment and be like, all right, like, how are you guys getting back? Like, what are you guys doing next? If not, that's where we'll start this chapter when we come back. I'm going to enforce a little downtime on you guys when you do manage to get back to Edgetown. So think about what your characters would do if money weren't an object, because it's basically not right now. So, if you had some time, what would your characters like want to do? Edgetown is
Yeah.
not a huge city, but you don't have to spend your downtime in Edgetown. You can do whatever you want. But my plan is to, maybe have one or two in between sessions that are fun little like travel encounters and like this and that. But basically, my intention is to end this chapter here and to pick up the next chapter with you guys, either leaving for or like walking back into Edgetown, and downloading with Cade and doing the whole thing, and like that's how we'll start the next chapter when we come back.
Yeah. Sounds good.
Yep.
If this is the last one for yours, then David, I'm going to take a little bit of time at the end. So if we're planning on moving on to my campaign, we're going to take 1 week off, just because I need you guys to. We are swapping game systems to Pathfinder 2E
and
and so,
platforms to
game platforms.
Yeah.
We are going to be using Foundry. It's not as cool as the 3D stuff, but it has a lot more stuff on the back end for not only for the DMs, but for more immersion stuff. The Fog of War is built in. The lighting's all built in. It's just more intuitive and easier for us to build on these in this system than in tabletop, where we have to individually place each item and it's a complete pain. So. Yeah. So we will be swapping. So I'm going to allow, we're going to do 1 week off. And then when we're coming back, we're all, eager. I do have like a one-off or maybe a 2-weeker, like little sidetrack that integrates into the story to kind of get us like, back in with some of the lore and some of the stuff like that. So you guys remember where you're at and like what's happened so far. And then we'll hit your guys' campaign, which we are in the middle because of the wedding. We are in the middle of the second part of it. So, we'll move through that, and then we'll immediately start, which I've already built, the third and last leg of the campaign. So we are coming up on it, and I'm excited for you guys to join. I'm excited for the new system. I'm excited for everything. Remember, you guys are allowed to change your characters because we are changing a game system. You just guys have to pretend that you guys all adventured together the whole time and nothing bad has ever happened to any one of you.
Except
so
for
you guys can
except for Tyler and my character, because we're brand new anyway. So what the fuck difference does it make?
These will be your permanent characters. I think when we last left off, we were talking about ones just for the arena. I want to make sure these will be your characters that you will be using. So it's been enough time now. I feel like you can at least come up with another one now. So anyway, so I'm excited. 1 week off, and we'll be back for the week of. Hold on, let me see. Just so you guys are all aware.
That would be the 21st. Is that right?
That would be the 21st. It looks like. Yep. So we'll be back for the week of the 21st to finally play that one-off and go from there. I'm excited.
And I kind of want to pitch. Even though we're taking a week off of playing, I think that it would be prudent of us to all still get together next Wednesday and to load up Foundry and like fucking play around with that shit for a while and like still come together, but we'll just like casually chit chat, talk about D&D stuff, and hey, where's this spell, and do you know how to find that, and let's still come together and do D&D related stuff, just in preparation to play.
I also put in the Anthony's D&D info channel a bunch of Pathfinder 2 videos, like some basic stuff, Foundry basic stuff, I think. If not, I'll make sure because I have them all linked. Some basic actions, combat, flanking, all things like that. If you guys want to go over and just kind of watch those videos, they're, maybe like 15 minutes. If you play it in the background, it's pretty, while you're playing Diablo, it's a great way of learning, the systems and things like that. And we're going to get things wrong. And that's why I wanted to build the first like one-off thing, because I wanted for us to all play like where we can all like, stop the game. All right, let's go look at this ruling really quick. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Right. All right, so then we're going to do it this way. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it doesn't mess up the flow of the actual story. It's just, this one-off thing that we can all learn. So yeah, I'm excited. Cool. And I'm excited for David to be a player again.
Oh my
yeah.
God, me too. It's been with this week. When we come back in 2 weeks, it will be almost exactly a year since I played D&D. So
Yeah. Oh yeah, because my my wedding was on the 18th, right? So then
June.
Your anniversary's coming up.
Yeah, so, yeah, we are literally coming up to a full year of your campaign.
Good reminder for your anniversary. I'm just saying.
I knew we already have things planned and blah blah blah. So. But yeah, so either way, fun guys, and I will see you guys in a few weeks, or hopefully next week if you guys get on.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Cool. Night, guys.
Cool.
All right, cool. See you guys later.
Good night.
Night, everybody.
All right, I gotta go drop stream. What are we doing here? We're gonna disconnect there. All right, let's take a look here. I had friends in here for a while. Andreas was here, and Jeremy was here, and I don't know if anybody's still here after we were like talking logistics and not actually playing D&D. But oh yeah, we got people. There are folks here. So let's see who's live. It's a little late. Bertodactyl is still streaming, so we're gonna raid him. Raid Bertodactyl. Bertodactyl is another streamer. He does D&D stuff. That's what he's playing right now. My buddy Jeremy is in one of those games. He might even be in this game, come to think of it. So let's go raid. Let's go hang out. Treat him well. Treat other people well. Enjoy. Hang out. Be cool. And we will see you guys later.